Schedule mobile service with Jerry-Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm Country.
See dealer for complete details.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Here we go. All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning, Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. We're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, a computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
Get it live and direct.
Let's go now live.
This is where we live.
Are you ready to get your world rocked?
That's what I'm talking about.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just gonna wing it?
There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
And now.
Right now.
Now, it's Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning Stone Pimp. Straight limping, wounds from drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain. Balloon filling, whack MC killing. The fine hoe drilling with the $1 million talent and the 10-cent brain.
Been gone too long, too much cocaine.
But now that I'm back on the block, I'm ready to rock left to right all night. My game's tight. I wish.
Senning Show. We made it. I'm John Senning. That man over there, he takes you all the way through your midday. He is Dizzy. You want to hit us up on social media? You should. At the John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor, Instagram, X, wherever else. I've just now started trying to clean out my situation on Facebook because it's well documented that I just accept anybody and everybody who's ever sent me a friend request.
True facts.
Which has really created just a hellscape of a place on Facebook for me because I get on it and it's... So now my new technique is if I see a post on Facebook, it doesn't need to make me mad. It doesn't need to bother me. It doesn't need to go against my moral beliefs. If I just see something that I mildly do not like, I just unfriend them.
Give me an example.
It can be... like I was trying to think specifically what this one was, but I cut somebody loose this morning, and it was just a person's name. It was a man posted, and he said, "Blank blank is a complete piece of S." And then the comments were all just like, "Why would you say that?" And I just like, I don't know you. I definitely don't care about your drama or anybody who would post about their life this way on Facebook, so you are gone. And I don't say that because I want to have people held to a higher standard on social media. Because it's one of those things where you can only have so many friends. So I can't accept anybody else, and I have a lot of notifications. So I just feel like I need to cut some people loose so I can make room for fresh blood and maybe bring it up a little bit.
If you lean too much to the left or right and that's all you post, I don't want you on my feed.
That is, I will tell you, there's a chance 99% of the time if it is political, that's enough to cut you loose.
Yes, and dirty laundry, airing out your dirty laundry all the time, that's removal too. It's like, I don't care what's going on in your relationship. Don't share it with the world.
The more that I think about it, the more I feel like we could create something out of it, because I remember last week somebody, I have no idea who this person is, much like most of the people on my Facebook, which is crazy because it's interesting what Facebook does, and it shows you all of these people you don't know. And every once in a while, I'll see somebody pop up that I like went to high school with or that I was friends with when I was younger. And I never see their stuff. Like I look at their feed and I have never even seen them post on Facebook, but yet random people that I don't even know are in there right away. But somebody last week, it was just dirty laundry, but they were talking about their wife or girlfriend and said that, you know, she's a whore and they ruined her life or ruined his life and all of this. And you got to go.
Yes.
That's enough to get you out of here.
Nicole has a friend that all she does is put her dirty laundry out there, whether it's relationship issues, friends with like problems with other friends. And I'm like, I'm about to delete your homegirl.
Dude, that's a very interesting thing. And I wonder what the psychological reasoning is behind people who feel the need to overshare so much on Facebook.
I think it's just they want someone to be in their corner. It's just that. They want someone to be like, hey, this person sucks for this. Come join the bandwagon of why I hate this person or something, you know?
I'm trying to see. I was thinking if I just scrolled for a second, if I could find something, just abhorrent right away. Nothing jumping out at me. But yeah, I think that's what it is, that people, when they're going through something and maybe, I don't know that they're always wrong, but probably in some situations where they're probably a little bit in the wrong, they're like, well, if I go post it and I frame it this way, then at least maybe a couple people will tell me that they support me or they love me, even if I know I'm not right as a whole.
Yeah, I've done this once in my 20s, and it was literally with my ex. I was like, because we were on complete opposite sides of a situation. I go, I'm gonna let the people decide.
Oh,
and I
you
put it on
posted
Facebook.
Well, now in a real fight?
It was a real fight we were having. And I was like, it was a dumb thing to do. Like, I'm not that guy, but I was like, you know what? You don't believe me? Let's see what people think.
Now some people, I think it's almost it's like a crime of passion. You can be so worked into a frenzy that you post something that you wouldn't normally post because, you know, you're just in the thralls of a fight or whatever it may be. 800-771-1025. Last week, I said we were going to try something new, and then I said we would do Would You Rather Wednesdays. And I posed a question that some people found to be grotesque, and that's probably because it was. And this week, I don't know if it's much better. You said you've got your answer locked in right away.
Yes.
I think it's a much harder question to answer. I think. Would you rather make love to a goat and no one would ever know, or not make love with a goat but everyone thinks you did?
I already know my answer.
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
100% not having sex with that goat.
But everybody in your life would think you did.
What's the worst that's going to happen out of that?
Oh, dude, no. You think people want to be friends with a guy who had sex with a goat? I mean, imagine the ridicule that would happen through your life. You might never, depending on how many people are talking about it and how far the word spreads, you may never have another girlfriend again. You may never be able to get another job again.
Okay, but if you went on the other side of that, you're going to have to deal with that for the rest of your life. And I guarantee that's something you get off in a week.
The mental. Oh, wait, you're saying if you just do it. Wait, what are you saying?
I'm saying if you have sex with a goat, you're never going to get over that moment. It's going to be in the back of your head constantly. And it's probably going to cause you a lot of problems.
Well, also, if everybody that you know and love thinks that you laid down with a goat, it's going to follow you forever throughout your whole life. Like, haven't you ever? Isn't that a saying? I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just, you know, you have sex with one goat and you're a goat effer for life. I think that's the saying.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like,
or no, that's not what it is. You S1D and you're
gay for life.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah. So if you were like, oh, blah, 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 goat effer, I'm like, well, that's not true. And then what? We're going to argue about that all the time?
Well, once people know that you did it, everyone thinks you did. So, I mean, I don't know that there's a way for you to talk yourself out of it.
Okay.
I mean, like, you'll just be labeled as that. I mean, I don't know. Would CMG keep you on if they thought that, if they believed that's what you did?
I don't think they could fire you for your sexual preferences.
Well, the thing is there is some finer points here too, because like if everyone thought you did, like you would probably be charged with bestiality and you might go to jail.
Okay, that's a good point.
So you know, without a video, I don't know if it would hold up in court. But
here's your problem: you're gonna end up doing the goat. You might like it.
I'm not.
Then you can't go back from goat. You can't go human goat. goat human. You know what I mean? You can't go flip-flop.
I'm not saying I would make passionate sweet love to the goat. I'm just saying having everybody in your life think that you did is as bad as you just doing it. Maybe not for yourself, but it's in the same ballpark.
Okay.
I mean, that's the way I see it. Setting show. Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Everett, what up, dog?
Yeah, I got an answer for this, and Dizzy, I got something for you too. But I'd rather get with the goat, and then nobody knows.
Oh,
like,
really?
Some Blue Chew. Yeah, like you'll forget about it after a while. I mean, you're never going to forget about it if people think it.
And that's because you'll just be the guy who got with the goat. Like that's what you'll be for the rest of your life.
And also, Dizzy, you think next year Ian Beckles is going to show up to your birthday bash when you just got done banging a goat?
That's the thing. Think of all the love and all the people that love you in your life. You're going to lose some of them.
Ian is a true friend. He's not going to judge me on my sexual preferences.
No, he absolutely will.
He'll go, he's kind of weird, but still my boy.
Everybody has boundaries, and I can say if Ian Beckles thought you made love to a goat, he's not going to be your friend anymore.
Text him right now and ask him.
Yeah. What else you got, Everett?
That's it. You guys have a good one.
Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, you'll lose friends. You'll lose friends. You'll lose family members. It's pretty tough. Setting show. You're live.
Hey, what's up, John?
How you doing, buddy?
How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Definitely going with the goat. 100% going with the goat. Nobody finds out. Give those knee highs. I'm banging that bitch all day long.
Yeah, make that goat purr.
You kind of sounded like you were really like
jazzed up.
He sounded pretty excited about it. Which we'll keep this going throughout the day. If you feel the need to weigh in on it, 800-771-1025.
So what's your answer? You can't just skip by it.
Yeah, I do feel like last time I tried to skip by it too. I'm doing the goat. I'm doing the goat.
I don't feel like you thought about that.
No,
I thought you knew already.
Well, I mean, like
you just made fun of that guy. You didn't want to sound the same way.
No, because if you take it at face value, what the question is, everyone thinks you did. Yeah. So to me, if we'll just take it at face value, everyone thinks you did. Your wife, your parents, your family, your friends, your coworkers, it will ruin you. It will ruin you professionally. It will ruin you personally. It will break family bonds. People will look at you differently. The other one, you will be tormented internally, and it will be disgusting and wrong in every way. But you will still be able to go out into the world with your reputation and hopefully some sense of morality left in you. If people think you did it, they think you're the worst thing on earth when you're not.
Well, maybe I'll embrace it and I'll start an OnlyFans, and then they'll be like, I'm not going to be banging goats, but they're going to be like, let's tune in and see what he's going to bang this week.
It's also it's illegal. It's illegal. You couldn't do that.
Maybe I'll just lie about the situation and try to embrace it and be like, look, you got the story wrong. It was a girl dressed as a goat, and then that would be my whole thing.
Explaining is losing. You ever heard that saying? If you've got to explain to yourself and what happened with the goat, and per the parameters of the Would You Rather on Would You Rather Wednesday, you can't talk yourself out of it.
What do you mean I can't talk?
Everyone thinks you did.
Okay.
That's the question. That's the statement. Everyone thinks you did. If you could just say, no, I didn't, and then it was fine, there would be no reason to ask the question.
So I can't argue my case at all.
I mean, you can argue, but
no one will ever believe it.
But at the end, everyone thinks you did.
So I take a lie detector test. It says, no, he didn't. They're going to go,
but
you did.
They're going to go,
did.
This guy's a psychopath.
That thing's off. That thing's definitely off.
He can control his blood pressure. He's a madman.
Okay.
Setting show, you're live.
Yeah, John, is it a male goat or a female goat?
Good question. Male.
Dealer's choice.
I'm not banging a male goat.
Well, that's very. I think that means you're homophobic. I mean, if you would make love to a goat, just not a male one, then
the fact that was the question you need to clarify for the goat effing.
I mean, it is worth it. It's worth an ask. Setting show, you're live.
John Sinning.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for your recommendation.
Oh,
goat effing?
About in regards to what? I forgot what I recommended to you, Cajun Cowboy.
Well, you didn't to me per se, but everybody. My wife had to work on Mother's Day, so Monday night I took her out to eat, didn't tell her where we was going, and she got to experience, and I did too for the first time, a lobster roll and fries.
You went to the Boardwalk Grill.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
I
dude,
did. I could camp out at that place.
Is that not just an absolutely amazing meal? It's one of those things that when you eat it, it makes you tingle all over your body, and you'll be thinking about it for days.
You didn't have to put anything on it. Bread was buttered. Oh my God,
dude! I'm glad you enjoyed it. That is a absolute hidden gem over on John's Pass, the Madeira Beach area.
Amen, brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But are you effing the goat? That's what we need to know.
Y'all about as funny as a turtle with a donkey's pecker.
That's pretty fun.
Dude, that needs to be a drop right there. Y'all about as funny as a
turtle
with a donkey's pecker. I love it. Put that on my headstone. You sent me this story, which I had seen, and it's one of my favorite things to talk about because I've been terrified of these things my entire life.
Really?
And the comment that you made about it is so true, and that I can understand doing certain things for a thrill in life, and it's fun. This is not one of them. Horrifying video captured the tragic moment a man fell to his death after dangling from a hot air balloon on fire. The tragedy occurred at the first balloon festival in Mexico. I don't know if you've ever, what your history is with hot air balloons, but growing up, there was a huge festival right by our house where one night, the sky would just fill with hot air balloons. And they're so cool to see, but I cannot imagine for the life of me why you would get into a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
They're not falling out of the sky as much as you may think, but just the idea of this balloon made of whatever the hell it's made of being powered by a giant flame, and you're just chilling in this wicker picnic looking basket there. It has always been one of the most bizarre things that people seem to have fun doing.
One of my friends proposed to his girl in it.
Oh, no.
Really lame. But he told me, and I don't know if this is true because I don't know about hot air balloons, but it only goes up and down. You don't control where that thing goes. It just blows, and you got to hope it's going where you think it's going to land.
Well, there's got that. Something about that might not be true. Well, I mean, how do you end up? How do you go? How do you do anything?
You lift off in it, and then I guess they have an idea of where the end point's going to be with the winds. And they're like, all right, we checked the
So
the
you
patterns.
just hope that you find a place to land your damn. We actually had a hot air balloon land on our road in our neighborhood growing up.
Did you really?
Yeah, and it was. I'm telling you, dude. There's this thing that they would do. I forget exactly where it was. It might have been Metamora for those that know the area up in Michigan. And they would have a hot air balloon festival, and one of them came down in our neighborhood. But you have to have, if there are any hot air balloon experts out there or flyers, how the hell do you know where you're going to land? Because what if there's not a place to land? When you go up in a hot air balloon, you're just like, take me.
Yeah, you're just like, we're going east. Let's hope we can land. Because you could go up and down, obviously, because you can keep it lifted.
Yeah.
So you just keep it lifted, I guess, until you find an area to land.
This guy was in the balloon with two other individuals when the fire broke out while they were still on the ground. He helped the two other passengers escape, but was entangled in a rope. Oh, so this is like the worst case scenario because you're getting ready to take off and it catches on fire. You help the other two people out and you're all wrapped up. So you just start drifting away in a burning hot air balloon. This is nightmare stuff. He helped the other two passengers escape, but was entangled in the rope while the balloon started to move. He was lifted into the air and dangled on the rope before falling.
There's no way I would get in one of those.
Also, hot air balloon experts, why doesn't the balloon catch on fire? Like that, because there's just a giant torch
flame
in the middle, and I would imagine that it's very, very hot inside that hot air balloon. Setting show, hot air balloon hotline. Who am I speaking with?
This is Brent.
Hey, what's up, Brent? How are you today?
Hey, fellas, great. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
The only way that I would do a goat would be in a hot air balloon. That's it.
That is
That's it.
All right. Well, that because of just the beauty of the whole experience, or
I'm not going to do a pet or an animal, but if I was, 2,000 feet above,
it's almost like international.
So.
It's almost like international waters at that point.
Exactly.
And then you can just jump out afterwards.
That is kind of a crazy thought that you love dogs, you love animals, but you're like, I'm gonna go sodomize this goat, though.
Well, it's not.
I'm gonna go ruin this goat's life.
Yeah, but you say that, but you want what else I love? I love people, and people will never look at you the same. You might never be truly loved the way that you were loved before, when everybody knows that you are into that, because everybody's gonna think you're into that. So your relationships are dead. People are gonna look at you with shame and disgust for the rest of your life. You're just kind of breezing over that.
Yeah, you are right that I am going to lose.
I know that deep down inside, you have some semblance of caring what another person thinks about you.
Yes.
Now imagine that it's every person you've ever known thinks that you're into bestiality.
Do you think that would immediately make people go, I can't be friends with him?
Yes.
Because he bangs goats.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Well, you tell me.
You're best friends with Drew. You find out today that he actually had sex with a goat. You're still friends with him.
I mean, things are going to be drastically different.
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking
You'll
of...
still be friends.
I don't know that I would.
You seriously would not be friends with him?
No.
Why?
What do you mean?
Because he had sex with the goat.
It's so weird.
That's going to ruin your whole friendship?
Because you're holding the gravity in the situation with the goat so highly that you couldn't do it because it would ruin your life. But yet if somebody you knew did it, you think you're just like, okay.
I think there's a conversation to be had.
Well,
he won't convince you because you said that's part of the rules, but
No.
you'll go, I can still be friends with this guy, though. Something about him says,
I don't
love
know, and I wouldn't want or expect anybody to still want to be friends with me once the news broke.
okay, I would still be your friend.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
I 100% would be. I would definitely open up with people how I talk to him and go, this is John.
Exactly.
He's still a cool guy.
And I don't want to be that guy. No, I wouldn't be. You can't be a cool guy and a goat banger.
You don't know that.
I do.
You don't
it
know that.
automatically disqualifies all of your coolness.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
I don't know, but if they had sex with a goat, they're not my favorite
not?
anymore.
You
No.
find out at a Diddy party, they did a goat. You're going to be like, I'm done with Morgan Wallen. I don't believe that.
I believe it. Okay. I don't think you're holding this in high enough regard. That's what you may have outed yourself a little bit through the conversation.
I'm trying to simp too hard for the goats.
This is supposed to be too concerning. Setting show, you're live. What's up?
Hey, John. What's going on? Hey, Dizzy.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, pretty good. This is Mike from Venice.
Hey, Venice Mike. How you doing today?
All right. Hey, I used to fly a hot air balloon when I was in the Air Force out in Las Vegas.
Whoa, was this for the Air Force? Are you telling me that Air Force? Okay.
No, this is after duty hours.
Because I was going to say that would be the worst possible form of transportation you could have in any scenario of war. The guys would be like,
you got that right. Because Dizzy's right. You only control the up and down.
So how do you plan your day? Like, do you have an area that you hope you can plan? Man?
You kind of do because you're looking at winds and stuff. You have to be a licensed pilot, first of all. So the FAA has to come out and license you after you have so many hours flying. And then before you launch your balloon, and you go and inflate it, lay it out flat, and you fill it up with cold air, and then you heat that cold air with that big burner, and it's funneled so that it just shoots up into the middle and heats the air. So it's not going to spread out and torch the envelope. Once you heat it up and stand it up, you send up a little birthday balloon with helium in it. And as it goes up, you watch how it goes and which way it moves and how fast it moves. So like at 200 feet, it's moving 5 knots north. Okay, so you know that you're going to end up at 200 feet. You can go someplace north.
Well, but like, what are you doing as far like you have to land this thing somewhere? Like, there's no.
Right, you have radios. So you have radios to your chase crew, and you tell them where you're looking about landing and how you're going to descend. And as you slowly descend down to the big open field that you're trying to get to, they meet you there and jump on a balloon and help you deflate it. And you're also in communication with the air traffic control tower because they're going to put a max altitude of how high you can fly in that area for that day.
It sounds like you got it figured out. And probably air balloon activities meant to be in more rural areas with big open fields. You can't be doing it in the city because you might just end up landing on someone's house or getting tangled up.
In Vegas, we did all around the outsides of the city and stuff like that.
You ever see a UFO when you're up in a hot air balloon?
No,
That's too bad.
And also, the Mile High Club is very nice to be a part of, but never would it go.
I would say, as far as something like that, it does feel like a nice romantic space when you're up in a hot air balloon.
It is. Then when you get back down to Mother Earth, then you have a bunch of champagne and celebrate that you did it and you made it.
That you made it alive. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It was just so funny that you sent that note about thinking how crazy it was because I've always just been so weirded out by the idea of a hot air balloon. I think I might do it though.
No,
like if somebody invited me, like it would be never anything in a million years that I would seek out and be like, I want to do this. But if a guy called me up and was like, hey man, I fly my hot air balloon out of Micah City down here. Come on down. I'm gonna take it for a ride.
I thought you were afraid of heights too.
Not like that.
Okay.
Not like that.
Not like that. That's one of the ultimate heights.
That is
just
I will
a
tell
basket in the air.
Yeah,
not that bad. He says.
I'm not inherently afraid of heights. Like I can experience that feeling when you bubble up inside and it doesn't feel great. Like, are you? We've had to have talked about this. Will you do like no roller coasters because of heights?
No. Yeah, we did talk about this. I said I would do roller coasters. It for some reason doesn't get to me there. I think it's because of the strains. Now, if we went up in the thing and like and we were at the top and it stuck, I would be afraid because now I'm up high and there's like no reasoning to it. You know what I mean,
dude? You know what's crazy? I don't know if you've ever seen this, but they have up in Michigan or it's in Ohio at Cedar Point. There's a roller coaster called Top Thrill Dragster, and it's been there forever, but they just redid it. And I think now it is the highest launch roller coaster in the country. So it just launches you off and then you just go straight up.
Top Thrill Dragster?
Yeah, and I think it's like 430, 440 feet up into the air. And your nightmare would be sometimes, I think it's even fairly often, sometimes it doesn't get enough inertia going to make it up to the top and over. So you'll see it shoot off and it makes it all the way up to the top, one of the highest roller coasters in the world, 400 plus feet, and it just kind of sits there at the top and it can't make it over. So then it rolls backwards. Back down.
It has to get more momentum.
Yeah, so they just redid it. They just redid it, and I heard that in the testing, a lot of the carts were rolling backwards, which sounds like that would be your nightmare.
Yes, definitely my nightmare.
Because just being stuck. Another one is Shikra. You go on Shikra at Busch Gardens when you been on it?
I don't think I've been on it. I haven't been to Busch Gardens since probably my teens.
That is, dude, what?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you gotta go. You gotta take the fam. Get with Mike O. Get yourself some tickets. Have Drew walk in.
I definitely need to.
But the Shikra is not the best for heights either because it gets you way up there, 220 odd feet, and then you're looking straight down, and then it kind of like locks you in for a second. So every time I'm on that ride, there's a split second where I think, are we stuck here? We might be stuck here. And then you just go straight down. So
there's a ride in Canada where they strap you up almost like Superman.
Yeah.
Like it's just the chest, no legs, no nothing, but you're facing down the whole time.
Oh, I've been on the
like
Superman.
A ride
I've been on the Superman version of that.
Yes. Crazy.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Those scare the F out of me.
Yeah. Setting show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Joe.
Joe, what's up, Joe?
Hey, well, first of all, I just got in the vehicle a few minutes ago, and I hear you guys talking about goats. And wow, how'd you come up on this one?
Well, just through my due diligence and digging into the darkest corners of the internet, I was trying to make this Would You Rather Wednesday a thing, and this one struck me as one that would be kind of hard to pick. So, I don't know. I'm a weird guy.
Hey, and then getting back to yesterday with your neighbor with the lawn.
Oh yeah, do tell. I was peeking around the corner all night, wondering if somebody got word back to him if he was going to come and try and throw hands in the driveway.
So wait till he cuts it next time, and it's nice and low. Then whip yourself up a batch of RM43, and nicely spray his lawn down, and he won't cut that for a year.
What is RM43? What is that? Is that legal?
Total vegetation killer.
Oh man, that's too far. I'd rather have him hate me than kill the man's grass.
No, let's do that, and then you do it, but you do it in your logo. It's going to say Sending Show.
Oh, Sending Show. But the thing is, too, is that my favorite moment, sir, is when my neighbors on both sides and myself all have a fresh cut, and it all looks just nice all the way around.
Yeah.
So now if I make his lawn an eyesore, it's going to be just as much of a problem for me as it is for him. So I respect your ingenuity.
Then you can spray paint it green for him, and it'll look nice.
Well, maybe on to something. I appreciate you trying to help.
You ruin his lawn, but then you're the one who comes and fixes it. Like, I know exactly what's going wrong here. Let me help you out. He becomes your best friend. He probably also F-SCOs, though.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah. You do something
I create a problem that I then am the only one who can help fix it.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Nathan for You. So
yeah,
like
that is very Nathan for You.
Your friend that you deserted sent a text. You want me to read it?
Oh.
But the goat effing?
From Drew Garabo.
Yes.
So you would throw away all these years of friendship just because you think I banged a goat. The other way, you would still be friends with a goat banger, but you wouldn't know that I banged a goat. This is quite a conundrum. It really is. I mean, and we're gonna take it at face value at what the question was. It's almost like I know you did. You know what I mean? Like everybody knows you did. It's not going to be up for tons of debate. People are just going to think that you did.
Which is like, again, you can't talk them into it. What, did you see a video and then you have to go, no? What, did you hear it from somebody? No, I just kind of know. Like, you know what I mean? I'm still on the side of, no, I think it's better that they just think I did instead of actually doing it.
It's a tough one. It really is a tough one.
If only we had Danielle here.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to ask her. She would absolutely, she would love that.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, I've got that thing. I've got one. It really should be one major breaking news when it comes to one of the most infamous murder trials and cases in the history of the United States. There was a bit of a ruling this morning that might have some men walking free, and we'll have to at least touch on the blazing inferno that took place on St. Pete Beach. You were talking about it yesterday when we were leaving, I think.
Yeah, Sexy Mark texted me and said the beach is on fire.
And then what do you know? That wasn't the end of it. We'll get into all that and a bunch more coming up next on Sending Show. The time to go solar with Solar Bear is now. The average Solar Bear customer is saving over $2,000 a year by switching to solar. Solar Bear is a local company that's been in business for over 10 years and served over 10,000 satisfied customers. And they have a 4.7-star Google rating with over 1,300 reviews. That's how they got to be the number one solar installer in the state of Florida. Storm season is coming. I know we can bury our heads in the sand and pretend that it's not, but guess what? It is. And if you experienced power loss last time or you just have heard the horror stories, spoiler alert, it sucks. And the idea of a generator is great, but a lot of people down by the beach lost their gas lines. Other people had gas, but eventually it runs out and you're stuck waiting in line. If you go solar with Solar Bear, get the backup power source. You'll be sitting pretty when everybody else is worried about their generators. And you can kill two birds with one stone because right now they're offering 12 months completely free. Eliminate that power bill, 12 months, no payments. Give them a call today for a free estimate and check them out online at solarbear.com.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
John Setting here for the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton, an absolute gem. If you're looking for the ultimate night out, look no further than Wednesday karaoke night. Trust me when I say it is the best karaoke experience around, featuring an amazing sound and lighting system that's going to make you feel like a superstar. Even if you don't hit all those notes, you're going to look fantastic on that big, beautiful stage. It's all about having fun, and the energy is absolutely contagious. All participants are invited on stage together for group sing-alongs. It's the perfect way to get everyone involved, and anyone who knows me knows my love for the 90s. So their 90s at 9 is my favorite hour of music, and it always delivers. But that's not all. Cava Social Club is the freshest Cava and Kratom teas to keep your vibes high while you sing your little heart out. So why wait? Join me for one of the liveliest events and an unforgettable time. Check them out at cavasocialclub.com and on all social media at Cava Social Club for all the latest updates. And I'll see you there. Boola, baby.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you looking for quality fencing material but not sure where to start? Fence Outlet has everything from wood to aluminum, vinyl, and chain link. They even have fence-in-a-box starter packages that contain everything for the average backyard. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
If you've been hurt in an accident, Burnett EPA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Burnett EPA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing, right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
Welcome back to Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy. 800-771-1025. Dude, are you hearing anything about the new show on Netflix, Tom Segura's show, Bad Thoughts? Have you heard anything about it?
Only bad things.
Oh, you're hearing bad things.
I heard bad reviews. Have you seen it? Did you watch it?
So it was interesting because we put it on last night during dinner. I will say this. It's not for my wife. Danielle was out on it. Things I thought were funny, she didn't find funny, but the problem is we were in the middle of eating dinner, and like the first, I guess you would call it a sketch comedy show, kind of, like it's little different things, and episodes only seem to be like 15, 17 minutes long.
Oh, so you can knock it out.
Yeah, but the first bit was very disgusting. There was the man went to the bathroom in his pants, and it was like a whole. So we were eating dinner, so I had to kind of like fast forward through it. But I saw a couple things that made me laugh. It made me laugh pretty good. So I will say that I'm definitely going to continue watching it. We just made it through the first episode, and 2 of the 3 skits I saw were pretty damn funny. But out there, dude, Netflix is at the point where they just give 0 Fs. Like there is 0 censorship. They're letting anything and everything under the comedy umbrella go, and it's I would definitely recommend that you watch it, knowing that you kind of have a dark sense of humor. It's pretty crazy.
When you say weird, is it kind of like the Tim Robbins?
I will say it's weird in a different way. I would say weird in a darker way.
Okay, so if you like that and you're into dark stuff, you'll like this show.
I think I'm
gonna give it a try.
I think so.
Update tomorrow because I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get home.
Watch just the first episode, and you'll probably have a good idea whether or not you're into it. I'm looking forward to watching more because from what I understand, he's got a sketch where he pokes fun at Garth Brooks, who he is believes is a serial killer.
You mentioned that, and that's kind of what I was like. Okay, so it's just sketches.
It is pretty much
one sketch. Though.
It is sketches.
One long sketch.
It is sketches. But I don't know. This first episode had many, so I don't know if some. Yeah, like the first one was like this hitman gone bad, and then there was a really long fake movie trailer, which was actually kind of funny. It was, this will just be your teaser to give you a taste of what it is. It's a movie trailer about a guy who I think is like a janitor at an old folks home.
Yeah,
and it's like presents as if it's just this warm-hearted movie where the old people start like having fun with the janitor and he's like making them young again. And as it goes on, you realize that he's having sex with all the old people in the old folks home. Like the guy walks in and the lady, you just have to see it. But that's a good taste of what it's like. But I mean, it's like I said, my wife has no interest to continue watching it. It was maybe one step too weird for her.
Yeah.
But very raunchy, very naughty, very dirty, and very dark.
So I will say this: one, just off what you told me, the second sketch sounds hilarious.
It is pretty damn funny, and it's very. And I'm giving you the PG version of the things that you see and the things that are talked about. So I'll give it a try. I'm always looking for new funny things, especially that are a little different than everything else out there.
Just to go back on the goat thing, Ian would still be my friend. I asked him.
He doesn't mean it. You can talk about that in hypotheticals, but until you know it and you're living it, you wouldn't really know.
But to be fair, we don't really know what people are into now. Like, I don't know if you're on the side effing goats.
Well, I just so you know, I'm not. Okay. I'm not. And here's the thing: this isn't we don't know what people are into. Per the parameters of the Would You Rather for Would You Rather Wednesday, people think you do. People think you did. You're not going to be able to change their mind. It's been made up. They think that you did.
Yeah, bestiality is weird, but okay.
It's
kind of starting to convince me.
I gotta say, if anything,
kind of starting to convince
if anything we've learned here today, you don't think bestiality is that bad, and you're ready to be friends with people, and you think people should be still friends with you. If it turns out you're into making sweet, passionate love to a goat.
I'm not saying I would become friends with someone who did it. I'm just saying I don't know if that would end my friendship if I found out you were doing goat.
Dude, that makes you a really, really good friend.
Yeah,
I think because. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make you a good friend.
Why?
Well, I want my friends to hold me to a high standard. I want my friends to be there to tell me. I want there to be boundaries.
Do you want them to shame you too?
If I'm into things that are shameful, like there's not really there's not a gray area there. If I'm doing something that is undeniably shameful, yes, shame me.
Okay.
I mean, you're an enabler. You're pretty much saying like, oh no, it's good, dog. Whatever you're into, you wanna make love to farm animals. That's on you. Who am I to judge?
Yeah.
Some things we have to judge for. If we stop judging people for anything, we've lost our way as a society.
I'll clarify. Is it just goats? Okay, it's your thing, I guess. It's not what I'm into, but we can still be friends. Just don't be talking about it around me.
Dude, I was looking for a soundboard of all sounds from the goat from Adam Sandler.
Oh, from the song he did. Yeah.
Well, it's more of a sketch and a song. It's a little bit of both. Setting show, you're live on the air.
Hey, this is Lori.
Hey, Lori, your phone things are not good.
I got it. Hold on a second. I'll pull over. All right. I just want to chime in about the goat thing.
Oh, wow. A lady chiming in really, really means a lot.
Right?
Thank you for stepping up to the
plate.
So
what I'm thinking is this. I would choose, either way I'd choose to not do the goat.
Yeah.
But I would prefer people to think I did because I'd have to be hella sexy to get the gotta go thing from me.
You're saying as a woman, like it would almost be a badge of honor. Like I'm so sexy, I can even turn on other species. I had that goat ready to rock. Yeah, there's something to what you're saying there. That is sometimes you need a woman's perspective just to put things in perspective, and I appreciate you doing that for us today.
Have a great day.
Yeah,
Thanks.
You too, girl.
Bye.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me feel better that there's at least one woman that's completely not disgusted with what we're doing here. Mildly. Setting show, you're live.
Hey, John. Between last week with banging the parents and a goat today, Are you intentionally trying to lose sponsors and get fired?
No, he's just reading the room. He wants to come out with some other stuff, so he's checking out to see what everyone thinks.
Yeah, but do you know how many people shut the show down last week over that?
How many?
How many? Yeah, tell us. You got the numbers.
Well, I did right away because that's not entertainment.
Oh,
and your
okay.
sponsors didn't think it was entertainment either.
Yeah, I'm sure Tisa's calling him up now and be like, "Hey,
thank you, sir. I mean,
can you not have fun on the radio?"
It's you. It's not me. It's you. Setting show. You're live.
I'm having a great time, but thank you.
Thank you. I kind of got the vibe. Most people were so.
I think we're all better people for this conversation, to be frank.
I mean, really, it makes you look deep inside yourself. I mean, it's some people may just take it as a crass, moment where we just get to say things that are gross. But really, I think it's a social study we should all examine a little bit.
It is a social study, and then I'm going to flip the script. I mean, I'm canceling my goat yoga class. I don't even want to be tempted. Yeah. But then B, what about the poor goats? I mean, it's the same conundrum. I mean, the poor goat has to go back to her friends and say, look, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, it's a great point.
With a human?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so gross.
With a two-legged thing?
It sours the milk, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sours the goat milk. The thing is that guy said something that I, sadly, as someone who loves animals, didn't put much thought into. The feelings of the goat. I don't want to put a goat through that.
I said that.
No, I know you did.
When I said it meant nothing because I'm the guy who doesn't F goats. But
you're also the guy that doesn't think it's that bad. And you still be friends with people after they do.
I said I don't look at people differently because of their sexual preferences. You might look at someone and go,
that's not
hey, you don't have sex what I have sex with.
That's not
so that makes you
that's not
being able to have friends with.
That's not a preference. That's not a preference.
It is
not a preference. Setting show, you're live.
Hey, so if you knew for a fact that the goat was enjoying it, would that change your outlook on it?
That guy was right. We've gone off the rails. We're losing the show. Man, this was a bad scenario that got worse overnight. Several stores, including a CVS and Publix at the Dolphin Village Shopping Center, are severely damaged following a fire. So this was just the CVS earlier in the day. They thought they got it under control. I guess everybody went home. And then last night, some time a little bit after 8 o'clock, it fired back up at around 8:30 and spread from the CVS to a nearby Publix and other surrounding shops. The fire was fully contained at around 11:30 p.m. The fire caused a partial roof collapse at CVS. Pretty much everybody who lives around there is in shock at what they saw. You know the funny element about this? If we were making an interesting whodunit type show,
yeah,
this is the plaza. So yesterday I told Just Call Mo DeWitt the story about what happened to Danielle when she hit the kid on the bike and all of that.
Yeah,
and he said we would probably take the surveillance video from local businesses. These are the businesses.
They're right.
Like these are the business. This happened right outside of the parking lot of this place.
It would be so funny if they look into what happened with this fire. They go, I don't know, but we saw a woman just hit a kid.
Yeah,
and then force him to confess
Dude,
to
for the sake
fault.
For the sake of the intrigue. Like what a great episode of Dateline or SVU would this be if like the person who committed the crime ended up going and burning the building down just to make sure that the surveillance footage was never found again.
Yeah, I love it. I love where this is going with
I'm not saying that we had anything to do with this. I'm just saying I don't think those tapes are going to be retrievable at this point. So that's all I'm. That's
Will
all
they
I'm
release
saying.
it to the public like the Diddy tapes are going to be?
I'm very curious. I mean, they say they're investigating. There hasn't been a tip of the cap that they think something is up in the way of arson or that somebody did this. But the way that it started at a CVS and then fired back up lately. Or later, you have to just wonder, did they just make an error? Did they not make sure the fire was out? Was the fire not really out when they left? Or is there something a little bit more nefarious going on here?
I would say maybe they just didn't do it completely, but then I feel like there's like a checklist that they have to follow. And
you would think.
You know what I mean? And
It's
they're like, we're all good here. The ambers aren't burning. There's this, blah, blah, blah.
Because, I mean, it is very dry out there, but it did rain for days on end. And it just seems like it would take a lot to catch the whole other portion of the building on fire. And I'm not saying that because I think somebody did something, but it's just a very, very weird thing. And it's a huge building with big parts of it now just being a shell of itself that crumbled to the ground. Setting show, you're live on the air.
Hi, John. Hi, Dizzy.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Who's this?
Hey, this is Terry in Sarasota.
Hey, Sarasota Terry. How are things today?
Hey. Oh, things are going great. The only thing missing from your segment is individual theme songs based on the topic.
Okay.
Like a great one for today would be The Lonely Goat Herd from The Sound of Music.
Thank you. Setting show, you're live on the air.
All right. Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
It's Eric from Tampa.
Tampa Eric. What's the word today?
Yes. So I've been thinking, I had a tough time with the goat thing, but like, can you wear protection?
I
think it's your choice, Doc.
I would hope that you would. I think, yes.
Well,
You would be
okay,
encouraged.
that changes my answer. Yeah. All right. So that makes sense. That'd be better then. Yeah, I would go for the goat.
Yeah,
You sound like you ready to do it, dog. I'm gonna be honest.
He's trying to play coy. He's like, oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I
guess I do it.
Do I have to wear protection?
If I have to, if I have to go for the goat. Setting show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Brian.
Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Well, to follow up on the phone call from the lady a little while ago about having to be a badge of honor and be hella hot to turn on a goat.
Yeah.
Quick story for you. When my wife and I were originally married, we went out to Vegas on our honeymoon, and we went on a tour of the desert out in the Porsche, just driving around and whatnot, and we saw some burros out in the desert. Decided to get out and just look at the burros. Well, one in particular, and my wife's not unattractive by any means, took special attention to her, if you understand what I mean.
So one of these a burro is like it's like a donkey, right?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
so it took special interest in your wife. It spotted her from a mile away and was like, give me some of that.
Well, about a couple hundred yards, but then a couple hundred yards turned into about 100 yards and then turned into about 50 yards. And he was quite interested in her to the point that we had to get in the car and leave. And to this point, it's a running joke, which she's not too happy about when I tell the story, but it is a very funny story. That
Well, I mean, without getting us more fired than we already are, like, how did you know how excited was this goat? Like, or this donkey? Like, what was it up to?
If you have any male dogs ever, and you know the little red lipstick thing. It's not little and it's not red, but it went from nothing to quite a bit of a thing.
Almost like a little baby fire extinguisher.
Bigger than a baby's arm.
Thank you, sir. Right. By the way, in reference to that gentleman that called just a few ago, and I can't speak for everybody, but I did get a text from the most high-ranking official at One Tiza that just texted me, "Don't ever change."
Yeah, you good, dog. Yeah,
sign Tiza. So
I will say to that lady's comment too. I don't think
it was a guy.
No, not that guy. The lady was saying turning on the thing. If you go to Tijuana and you see a donkey show, I don't think the women are like models that the donkeys.
No, I don't know that there is actually any biological scientific evidence to back up what that woman said.
Okay, good.
It's fun to think about. It's fun to say, but I don't think that it is. I don't think it's a real thing. And another thing that we touched on with Mo DeWitt yesterday, it was the topic of one of the hottest shows on Netflix over the past year. Eric and Lyle Menendez will have a new shot at freedom after 35 years behind bars for murdering their parents. A judge ruled yesterday. Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Michael Jessic reduced the brothers' sentences from life without parole to 50 years to life. They're now eligible for parole under California's youthful offender law because they committed the crime under the age of 26. The state parole board must still decide whether to release them from prison. The brothers did not show much emotion, I guess, when this all went down via live stream. They kind of chuckled with their cousins. It's still yet to be determined if they are going to be free. Did you watch the movie on Netflix?
The series?
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and then I just never revisited. Not because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I just forgot to get back to it. But it was interesting. The first episode.
Yeah, it's super interesting. And I mean, I was very, very young when it was all happening.
Yes.
So it was one of those things that I kind of remember being around and seeing on the news, but without really knowing about it. I mean, so many elements from the fact that they were, it was a very, very wealthy family. These brothers were both kind of characters in their own way. In the fact that they just, in cold blood, took out their parents with shotguns in just a brutal, brutal way it's terrifying. And I think for a lot of people, fascinating the way that it all went down. And then they partied very, very hard after. They, were going through a lot of the money. And it's hard to, when you see it, or at least see the reenactment of it, to maybe feel bad for them. But, if it turns out they were being abused by their dad. So, so their dad was a record executive that supposedly also had his hands in, what's the name of the group?
Them.
No, them. Yeah, them. But is it, I don't want to say the wrong name. Is it, Menudo. Menudo, the band.
Okay.
Which was a boy band that actually Ricky Martin was a part of, I believe, for a small period of time. But they had constantly rotating members. So it was like the story now all these years later is that they did have the rotating members, and like part of why that went down the way that it was is because this guy was doing terrible things to them and just kind of shuffling them out as they got older.
It was like a Diddy thing in a sense. Okay.
Yeah. There's actually now the testimony of a former Latin boy band member has played a critical role in the brothers' potential release. And after more than 3 decades behind bars, they have a shot at freedom. And I guess some of these Roy Rossello of the boy band Menudo claimed that he was also assaulted by Jose Menendez, who was an entertainment executive in the 1980s.
They don't mention this in their series, though, do they?
I don't think they get too much into it. They might allude to it a little bit, but definitely not verified. The brothers have said for decades that their father often threatened them and they feared for their lives.
I think I watched 2 episodes because I now remember the funeral and them playing a weird song at the funeral.
I think the funeral might be the first thing you see.
Oh,
I
it
think
is?
The funeral,
okay.
and it's Milli Vanilli.
That's what it was.
At their parents' funeral. And
so weird.
I mean, the mom, I guess, was a covering up is their excuse, but I don't know why she
not just covering up and ignoring them is what I think the whole thing was. It's like their cries for help. She's like, we got a good thing going on. Shut up and take it.
$1,000 coming your way in just about 2 minutes. Your chance at $1,000. Sending show, you're live. What's up?
Can the GOAT be Tom Brady?
That's a pretty good one.
I picked Jordan. No.
That's a pretty good one. Oh, hold on, I might have something exciting here. We are going to have, I believe, stand by. I'm waiting for complete verification here. Let me check before. Hold on, I'm gonna have to hold off on a second.
Oh, you pulled a Calta?
Yeah, no,
Never
mind.
Next Monday.
No, it's gonna happen, but I just want to make sure that I have it verified. Okay, I'm going to verify it. Tomorrow, we will have our first official Vroom interview. Daniel Suarez is going to join us tomorrow. I guess he's going to be hanging out in Daytona at Daytona Motor Speedway because he's in town for Rockville, and he's going to take a couple minutes to join us on the phone. Daniel Suarez, NASCAR driver, our first Vroom interview of the Vroom era takes place tomorrow at 3:00. Very, very exciting.
We're changing things up here.
We really are. Yeah.
Vroom, baby.
We're vroom, and he drives the 99 Chevy. Very interesting guy. He's somebody who's been featured in that Full Speed show, and lots of interesting stuff to talk to him about. He's part of Trackhouse Racing, which one of the owners of Trackhouse is Pitbull. Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305, as you may know him. Should we give away $1,000?
Let's get it.
Stand by, everybody. Get ready. Don't miss it. Get ready. Everybody ready? This hour's keyword is talk. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter talk before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. It's TALK. If you get a call in the next 30 minutes from a number that you do not recognize, you should probably pick it up because it could be one of our contest judges. It is talk. Go get that money. Sending show, you're live on the air.
Hey, what's up, Juggalo John and Diz?
Hey, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. I just had a dumb question, but what's your guys' favorite way to smoke pot?
Oh, that is an interesting
with a naked lady.
Yeah, out of a goat's butt. I would say I'm a J guy. I'm just a traditional J man. Just a raw, just a little cardboard filter, and that's my go-to, my traditional format.
That's my go-to as well.
Dutch master, Palmer Dutch master.
Dude, he's a true G, a true G with the Dutch man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Love your show.
Thank you. Whoop,
Appreciate
whoop.
it, bro.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Dude, the Dutch Masters are something else. I told you that I guess that in Danielle's younger days, that's what she used to have. So every now and again, I'll be at I'll be at the store and I'll just catch a Dutch Master out of the corner of my eye and I'll bring it home and I'll be like, let's take it back to the good old days, baby.
Yeah, they burn slow. And I just love the taste.
They are also they're very strong.
They are.
Like it's very rich.
Nicole, so we don't really smoke them at our place too much. We usually do swishes because Nicole, she doesn't like the harshness of it.
It is. I mean, it's essential. I mean, I hate to say this. You're pretty much smoking a cigarette at that point.
Well, see, I feel that way with backwoods.
The backwoods are.
I can't do backwoods.
Yeah,
I can, but I will not enjoy it.
You heard it here first. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's. I don't want to say it's a reoccurring theme, but it's something that we've definitely touched on in the past. May or may not have once held a space on my For You page on Instagram, but a woman is in hot water because of what she did with her damn near 5-year-old child right at the table in the middle of a restaurant. And we'll determine how everybody feels about that. Coming up next on More Setting Show.
To the west, but she's the gal that I love best. To the food, on route. 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 To the food.
If you're a homeowner, the time is now to reach out to Reese Windows. Don't wait for those hurricanes to hit. If it's anything like 2024, we had Helene and Milton. You're going to want protection. Reese's Hurricane Impact windows are affordable, energy efficient, and come with a double lifetime warranty. Plus, they're installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. You can get a free quote and enter to win $15,000 in free windows when you text TRUST to 20129. Installing windows for over 50 years. Reese Windows has got you covered. More Setting Show on the way.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campuses in Tampa, Largo, Brooksville, Naples, and Port Charlotte. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Hey, this is Roger for the amazing Sleep Number Smart Bed. My wife and I, we've had our Sleep Number Smart Bed for over 8 years. My side of the bed, my Sleep Number setting is a 45. On her side of the bed, her Sleep Number setting is a 55. She likes the bed a little more firm than I do. Never slept better. It adjusts while you sleep so you can sleep well uninterrupted. Oh, by the way, over the last month, my average Sleep Number score is an 81. That's amazing. So why should you choose a Sleep Number Smart Bed? Well, so you can choose your ideal comfort on either side like we do. It's the only bed that lets you make each side firmer or softer whenever you like your Sleep Number setting. And right now, it's the Sleep Number Everything Smart Bed sale. Every smart bed and base are on sale during our Memorial Day event, up to 50% off limited time, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. In Tampa, 1822 Northwest Shore Boulevard. In Clearwater, at the Countryside Mall on US 19. And in Brandon, at the Brandon Exchange between JCPenney's and the food court. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
I can't, in good conscience, sell something that I know is not going to keep its value.
That's Keith LeClaire, who is one of only a handful of jewelers around the country who refuses to sell lab-grown diamonds.
The value of these things tumbles so fast.
The fact is, a natural diamond, a product of Mother Earth, takes billions of years to create. But now, machines that make lab-grown diamonds are creating them in a matter of days, leading to worldwide mass production. So if you're getting engaged or celebrating a special occasion, you need to be aware of what you're buying, what it's worth today, and what it'll be worth a year from now.
Nobody will buy your diamond. No jeweler, no dealer, nobody. So if the experts won't buy them, why would you?
Fads come and go, but your love is eternal. Let IDC help you celebrate that love with a diamond that is just as meaningful, as valuable, as rare, and eternal.
Providing value and protecting our customer from making a big financial mistake was my job, and I feel like I've done that for 43 years.
International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Get rid of that musty, dusty smell in your home with the help from the Zero Res Air Duct experts. Mention me, Galvin, and get $50 off your next air duct cleaning. Just use promo code AIR50 when scheduling online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Things are heating up in May at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Right now, new members of Unity by the Hard Rock receive a free limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on them. Receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit in 2 equal free play offers up to $200. And at the Hard Rock, they will match your tier. Show your premium tier card from selected competitor casinos for an opportunity to match your tier with the equivalent Unity Hard Rock tier. And don't forget the Hard Rock Sportsbook at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa puts legal sports betting just steps away from all your casino favorites. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Get in there and tell Mike Calta sent you.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
When it really matters, choose Farah and Farah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Saturday, May 17th is Furman Chevy of Brandon's Military Appreciation Event. Don't miss this star-spangled day of live music, free barbecue, giveaways, and exclusive military offers. Together, let's drive and honor our heroes. Get all the details at FurmanChevy.com.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
A cat named Mo for All American Gunslingers, Newport Richie's #1 gun range. They have a gunsmith on site who's fantastic that can help you with any new or old firearm repair, from pistol to revolvers to rifles. You go to aagunslingers.com to find out about him and much more. Coming up June 14th, join All American Gunslingers and me for Suns Out, Guns Out, with raffles, prize wheel, food trucks, machine guns, and so much more. Come join us to kick off the summer. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America! Mama!
Getting a new fence doesn't need to be a hassle. The pros at Fence Outlet will help you with everything from start to finish, including measurements, ordering materials, dealing with local ordinances, and complete installation. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Thank you for making Total Wine & More America's #1 online source for spirits, beer, and wine. Better than all those delivery apps. Total Wine's prices are up to 30% lower with super fast delivery and no hidden fees. Order direct at TotalWine.com and pay less today.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Welcome back.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children.
I like this.
This song?
What is this?
Oh, you don't know this? Oh, this
Maybe
is
not right now, at least.
This is Danzig. Mother. Oh, yeah, that's a jam.
I like it. I'm in. Did anyone do this for the Mother's Day post we did? Hit the post?
Nobody did this song, but I was playing a clip of it during that.
Oh, okay.
That may be why it's triggering something in your brain.
Who's calling on Facebook Messenger?
Oh, this is my dude. This is the guy that I told you about.
Answer it live.
No. I want to.
But then also you don't want to get killed.
No, it's not about that. It's not about. What do you mean getting? No. I can't do it. So it's such a weird thing. So I went to high school with this kid who, I mean, there's just no real way to say it. He has severe mental disability. And I was friends with him. I looked out for him, and we were just buddies. And something has happened over the past like 3 months where he will call me 45 times a day on Facebook Messenger. And so I answer it every now and again. We have like 2-minute conversations. I try to just be like, hey, hope you're doing good. And he just calls and he calls and he calls and he calls and he calls. And it's like, I don't know what to do, because I want to be there as a friendly voice every now and again when I can pick up and stuff, but I obviously can't pick up 45 times a day. And it's just an interesting, and I happen to be on my Facebook, and that was him calling.
You should tell him you're effing goat. See if he still becomes friends.
I mean, I would. The thing is that I would pick up the phone and talk to him. Like, the saddest, worst thing that I could ever think happening is that it comes across, or it becomes a thing where like we're taking advantage of him, or trying to make him look a certain way, or something like that. So I don't want to use him for entertainment or anything. Like I've thought about, he would love it. He would love to call in and be on the show, and it would be a thing, but I don't want to seem like,
you're right.
like
I get
we're
it.
laughing at him or anything like that.
I forgot that part about it.
Yeah.
When you told me that you had someone from high school, I forgot that he had mental issues. You're right, though. There's a thin line of like involving them and then sounding like you're making fun of them or something.
Yeah. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this? Hello?
What if that was him just going?
Hey, it's Matt.
Hey, Matt. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Hey, I just wanted to mention about the whole goat situation.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say this. I would not sleep with the goat. I would let the rumors go. But here's the setup to exactly what happened. Let's just say it was grandma's 80th birthday. Okay, so you're there. You bring your coworkers, whatever the case. You use the bathroom out in the back. Goat starts making noises. Everybody comes out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you short, but we're moving on to something else. And we have a very, very special guest in the studio right now who I did not prompt her or tell her what the discussion was today, but I have a feeling that this is a major part of her daily life right now, and she's probably looking forward to chatting about it. From Magic 94.9, a dear friend who made her return a couple weeks ago after maternity leave, St. Pete Sam, is in the building.
Hello.
We were talking. Is this the first time that you've been on this show?
Sending show.
I think it is.
We did the morning show together, us three.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think it
after
might
that,
have been.
we haven't.
What a
No, wait. Did you call me in here to talk about? I think I came in to.
Oh,
talk
that
about
was very early.
Your For You page being filled with the.
Now it feels like I'm only calling on you for one reason.
Yes.
and it's not that. It's not
it
that
is.
at all.
Wait, can I guess? Because is this based on something you saw on my TikTok?
No, it's not.
It's
yet.
on your TikTok.
It's not. It's not. But now I need to.
I
need to
investigate that. Really quick.
You want? I think I know what it is, though. Please tell people where your TikTok is, by the way, because we're going to do a TikTok telethon one day where we're not going off the air until St. Pete Sam reaches the right amount of followers. Where can people find you on TikTok? Because you're doing very well.
It's St. Pete Sam, so ST Pete Sam. But I'm really close to 10,000 followers. Would really appreciate the follow.
The mommy content is really popping.
I switched to that when it was really catching, and I'm convinced I'm going to be famous.
So I think maybe this is the video that you're referring to. Hold on. It says you have bottles with lots of tubes and things, and then the caption is, I always see pump and pour videos, so here's my 15-minute pump at work today. I have an oversupply. Does this actually go into the pump? Am I going to see something here?
No, you just see me pour the milk into the container to go into the fridge.
Dude, it really, and I know this. I'm not necessarily learning it for my first time in life, but geez, the dedication to the game of having to pump milk
every 4 hours around the clock.
It is just like it's a job to keep this little
so much
guy
more
alive.
than I thought it would ever be.
Man, that is I'm still watching the so what's a pump and pour?
So people love it on TikTok to watch pump and pour. So it's basically just women taking off their breast pumps and showing you how much they pumped and pouring it into containers.
Do you think that and I don't want to ruin the mommy vibes, but I have a sick mind like that. Do you think these are all mommies out there curious by it, or do you think there's
got to be some kind of fetish for milking a mommy? I don't know.
Especially when you say it like that.
Milking a mommy.
There's an ASMR aspect to it with the sound of the milk going into the container and I think so. I made one because I put out a lot of milk. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that you putting up great numbers? Is there an amount of ounces that is above average?
So my baby needs to eat on the low end 24 ounces a day, and I put out double that a day.
Oh wow!
So
what are you
much.
doing? Are you selling the other stuff on Craigslist, or what are you doing with it?
Our freezer is overflowing, and I don't. I don't want to make any women feel bad because a lot of people struggle to make milk, but I just got lucky, I guess. I put out way more than we need. But I did end up giving some away.
To who?
To a mom whose baby she wasn't putting out enough milk.
How do you find how do mommies find?
I'm in a mommy group.
Okay, so there's people that are like,
I'm in a mom baby group.
I need milk.
Are you talking code like drug deals?
Yeah.
Let me get a nick bag of that milk.
You should see there's a Facebook group about just people who want to buy and sell milk, and it'll be like, I've got this many ounces, it's vax free, it's alcohol free.
Oh my gosh.
And it lists all the things, and I drink wine at night, so I couldn't really sell it because they want it all free of all these things.
Oh, what if it was high-end wine? You're like, I just had a 2020 Camus last night, and I'm willing to part with 5 ounces to the right bidder. Oh wow, that is how do you can you
excuse my ignorance. Are people testing the milk? Like, because I mean, it just seems.
You can test it for alcohol. You can test it for alcohol, but you can't test it for like
crack. I mean, I'm just wondering. Like, obviously, you know, I'm sure your milk is just pure as can be. But if you were buying it from somebody, is there a risk involved with that?
I mean, you're just going off trusting the person that they're saying that they didn't do things. I don't know if you can test it for drugs. I don't think the average person can. Maybe a scientist can.
I feel like you'd know. I feel like in all of your mommy groups and blogs, they would be like, milk testing strips, get yours now.
You know what I did take as a good compliment, though? The mom that I generously donated a bunch of milk to, she messaged me a few weeks later and she said, "You've got the creamiest milk."
Oh my God!
Love where this is going.
She said, "My son loves your milk. It's so creamy."
Dude, I am. We've talked about the most disgusting things on earth today, and somehow that makes me more uncomfortable. Are you sure that? Did you see the lady?
She came to my house and picked up the milk.
You saw her with your own eyes.
Yes, and I've seen her son too.
Yeah, St. Cream Sam.
Dude, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good. Dude, you might actually, I mean, I'm not saying you're not going to get to 10,000 as St. Pete Sam, but if you go St. Cream Sam, dude, we're getting you to 10.
Only pump and pours.
We're getting you to 10K today. I am seeing your numbers go up just a smidge as we talk. Go, please follow her on TikTok, St. Pete Sam. 9225 is where we stand right now.
Wow, thank you.
So was there just a little boost?
Yeah, I think it was 9216.
Okay, all right, good. So just a little bit here. Oh, it's still going up. Every time I refresh it, it goes up. St. Pete Sam on TikTok. She's got 1.7 million likes, which seems pretty darn good. I have to say, and I haven't said this to you just as a friend, which probably makes me a bad friend. You seem like you're really loving being a mom. Not that I didn't think you were going to love being a mom, but you know, you guys lived a bunch. You did tons of stuff. You were always out and about. It was a huge change to your life, and I get no idea that there's anything but absolutely love for being a mom.
I do love being a mom, and it is true. Everyone says to you when you're pregnant, "Oh, you'll understand once you have the baby," and you kind of roll your eyes like, okay, whatever. But it's true. You have your own baby and you just love it. You suddenly just don't feel like you've ever loved something so much. And I do feel lucky that I'll be 36 this year. I feel lucky that we lived a lot of life.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is
I don't feel like now I'm missing out on a whole bunch of things. And eventually they get bigger and you can go on adventures with them. And
you absolutely can. I'm just checking in a little more.
Not understanding why we're scenting the diapers. Okay, these were gifted to me.
Is this going to curse?
I might curse.
Yeah, there it is. I want to know how that finishes, though.
Yeah, I mean, would you like to expound upon that thought? I mean, this is really hitting all of my areas of discomfort. So that is a good point.
Okay, here's another fun fact for you. Breastfed babies can go up to 14 days without pooping.
I don't believe that.
That's what the doctors said. Now,
is that a good thing? Like, obviously, you don't have to clean diapers, but do you want your baby constipated for 2 weeks?
I think that's why she used the phrase "cooking up."
Yeah.
If I may say so myself.
Well, Bo was going like 4-day stretches.
Oh man!
And we're out of this phase now. But it was, and then when they do arrive, they are a mess. I mean, you have to change the outfit. You have to go to the tub.
I think they call it a blowout. I
mean, it's like blowout to the.
Dude, this is great. If I was having any thoughts of having children, this is really bringing me back down to earth.
I'm like, hey, asking the doctor. He's gone 4 days. Is that bad? And he said no. We worry at 2 weeks.
He's fine. I think Mike Calton went 11 days. Your baby can go. Your baby can go 4. Here's one. This 1.6 million.
Like, don't ask a girl for her Snapchat the first.
This is Sam talking to her baby,
and then exclusively communicate that way. I find that to be a major red flag. What you want to do is just ask for her number, text her the first time in a decent amount of time, and then also respond in a reasonable amount.
So that's 1.6 million views on that one.
I did a series of me giving him future dating advice.
I love it.
And they were catching on.
They really were. 1.6 million views on this one.
Yeah.
Go follow St. Pete Sam on Twitter at St. Pete Sam. Oh, we just got a major jump. You want to hear the number?
Oh no, I'm nervous.
I'd like to tell you we're getting close, but Sam, we will talk about babies' diapers until Sam reaches 10,000 followers, 9,260 followers.
Wow.
So things are
There we
popping.
go. You guys have reach.
Believe it or not, according to some callers today, the show's going to be over soon and all the sponsors are leaving. But today, we're our last goal before we get fired is to get Sam to 10,000 followers on TikTok. St. Pete Sam.
So is that why you called me in here?
No. We haven't even gotten to the reason I called you in. So it was a story that was kind of everywhere this morning. It was in Newsweek. The headline reads, "Mother breastfeeding child in restaurant sparks fierce debate." A recent viral social media post of a mother breastfeeding her child has ignited a familiar debate on social media over women breastfeeding in public. Just so you know, in the U.S., the right to breastfeed in public is protected by federal law. Now, this woman, she's in a very crowded restaurant. She looks to be at a party of about 10, 12 people on Mother's Day. And the caption says, "This woman's receiving backlash for breastfeeding her," in parentheses, "kind of old child." If I'm guessing, the kid is 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old, inside of a restaurant on Mother's Day, where other patrons were also trying to enjoy their Mother's Day meals with loved ones. What do you think? And the responses are all over the place, from "this is absolutely natural, maybe use a blanket, but there's nothing to worry about," to "sheesh, cover up, it's not right to show all of that. I'm sorry, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I don't think women should be allowed to breastfeed in public." Now you don't strike me as a lactivist, where there's some women out there, and it's not all of them. When they whip the boob out to feed in public, they're feeding their baby, but they're also ready for a fight, and they're wishing a mother effer would say something to them. Are you on the more modest end of things when it comes to doing this in public?
Yeah, only because it's a huge adjustment to suddenly become comfortable just showing a boob in public. I mean, that's a huge mental jump.
That's a great point that I don't think I've ever heard it like boiled down to that simplistic, is that if you've lived your whole life without just flopping them out in public, like, just because you have a baby to feed doesn't necessarily mean that automatically you're going to be okay with that.
Right. And some women are super embrace the all natural. They just, and I think, I will say, when the babies are little, you gotta feed them every 2 to 3 hours, or when they're hungry, or you're gonna be in a disaster situation. So if you're exclusively breastfeeding, you need to be able to do it wherever you want. I do see the other side of this, though. If you're saying it was a kind of old child,
and
I do understand where maybe that is a little jarring to catch in your eye line at a restaurant.
And I've had to change over the years. And I think I had already come to a good place of understanding of, this is a baby eating. This is the circle of life. It is what it is. And then, Danielle's sister started having kids, and she is somebody who, it's anytime, any place, like it is game on, to the point to where it makes Danielle uncomfortable, which makes me feel a little bit better, because I would never in a million years say anything. Like, I would never, I would suck it up even if I was uncomfortable. But eventually you get to the place where you understand. But dude, full double pump out in the living room when everybody's
make conversation.
Dude, it's out. And I mean, literally, we'll just be playing a card game, and she'll be double pumping.
You got any fours?
Yeah.
The pumps are awkward because at first you don't think you can see anything. Well, at least with mine, like, because you're wearing like a bra with it, but the tubes are clear. So if you look closely, you're watching a nipple just get stretched through.
Yeah.
It looks like a hot dog going through a straw.
A very wow. St. Pete Sam on TikTok. We're trying to get her to 10,000. We're not moving forward. We're holding the station hostage until St. Pete Sam gets to 10,000 followers. 9,280.
Oh my gosh.
These numbers,
I truly thank you.
These numbers are slowly moving up. That being said, we have a ways to go before we can.
Well, supposedly when you get to 10, I think you can make money.
That would
get the creator fund. I don't know.
Did they then push your stuff more? You're very savvy in social media. When you get to a certain amount of followers, do you get pushed into the algorithm a little bit more too?
I think you get pushed in the algorithm more when people are really engaging with your videos.
That makes sense, because you're keeping them there.
Yeah.
Which I will say, this one right here with 1.6 million views, you have 768 comments, 360. Was it 360,000 likes? 360,000 likes. That's a lot of.
I'm likable.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of likes.
The comments on that one were funny because people started chiming in with comments of like other things I should teach him. And I thought that was really entertaining to read.
So you're going to have like a follow-up video of more teachings?
I did a few, but they haven't caught like the first couple did.
I'm trying to see.
Sometimes it's just getting lucky with that algorithm that it catches on one day.
I'm trying to look at some of these videos that maybe don't curse because believe it or not, she's very family friendly, but she's got a potty mouth.
Yeah. Baby sleep consultants, sleep experts, moms who've gone through 4-month sleep regression. Tell me if that's what I'm experiencing right now. Okay, so
the other thing that I saw, the video that I thought that was something I've heard other parents talk about when you like can't leave your car because your baby only sleeps in the car, sleeps best in the car, so then you just have to drive around for hours on end.
Well, I don't have a long commute from when I pick him up from my mom's to when I get home. So if he falls asleep in the 2 minutes I'm driving home, and that's one of his 5 very important naps of the day, I'm going to keep driving. I'm going to let him sleep. Because you can never survive the getting him out of the car, pulling him out of the car seat. You got to just keep driving.
Is it a myth that it helps when you put them on top of the dryer in their seat? Because the rumblings?
On top of the dryer, not in the dryer.
Not
right?
in the dryer.
Yeah.
I made that mistake. On top.
With my first baby.
So am I laying him just
No,
bare
like in a seat type of thing, and you put them on top of the dryer.
Well, that kind of would resemble the feeling of being in the car.
That's what I'm saying. So that's like a
Try
it out.
Look at that. Dizzy
Daddy
spitting.
Diz is trying to help out here.
Dizzy spitting parenting facts here. Saint Cream Sam is with us right now. It's been said she has the creamiest milk in the biz. Follow
For
her
the right price.
Follow her on TikTok. Saint Pete Sam. St. Pete Sam, 9,306 followers. We're racking them up.
Let me know what you want to see. More pump and pours?
Yeah. You've now invested in the TikTok fame of St. Pete Sam. So you just mentioned what you want to see more of, and you will. He travels so much for work, or else I would think it would be a bigger moment because I'm actually going to be gallivanting about with your husband this weekend. We're going fishing for a couple days, and it's probably just going to be
Fishing is such a loose term for what I think is going to be happening on that boat.
I'm a little scared because I feel like everybody else in the group has more capability to like maintain and keep going. I'm known for going hard and crashing out quick. So the real secret for these few days is going to be maintaining and not specifically not doing too much to my body on Sunday when we're not fishing so that I'm unwell to fish on Monday and Tuesday.
Because you're going to be offshore in the sun. There will be no escape. There will be no crispy hotel room for you to sneak off to and take a nap.
Well, the thing is, this is a group full of pushers. This is a group full of people that don't let someone just not do the shot, not do the drink, not stay out all night. So I'm pretty much going to have to abide by the parameters of the hardest partier of the group, and God only knows who that is. And I just, if I just make it back alive, it'll be a win for me.
I think you guys are going to the Floribama. I've heard good things.
Yes.
That's a good time.
So I was just kind of figuring out exactly where we're going to be. Paradiso Key is the exact place, which I guess is a key right off of Pensacola. And oh God, this was Rich was texting me. He was a fan of your creamy milk. My mom texted me also and said I just followed Sam. So you got Mama Senning in the following now. She's St. Pete Sam on TikTok. Let's give it one last count. 9,321 followers.
Pretty awesome.
It's climbing and climbing. Well, I'm glad we did this. I hope to do it more in the soon. We'll find something else besides your creamy milk and breastfeeding reasons to.
Hey,
to
that's
chat.
my world right now. So I'm happy to speak on it.
It is. Well, I got
to go pump though, Mel.
Is it?
It's time.
Is it time? Is it? This is my last question. Is it hurt?
Only in the beginning.
Now it's
you
just
become quite elastic after a while, and they just get used to getting pulled on.
Remember, you taught me. So that's why I feel okay bringing this up. You taught me that something happens with a woman's nipples when she's pregnant that makes them easier to find for the baby. I remember you
get
broke
darker.
Oh, that's what it was. They get darker because the baby can see them better. Wow.
High contrast. That's their thing, you know?
What a thing. What a thing. I also just can't stop thinking about the lady who hit you up and tells you about your creamy milk.
Just and it's still weird to me to think that there's another child out there somewhere just mowing down my creamy milk.
Or what really happened is there's a creep who's so into creamy milk that he paid a mother and her baby to come up to your house to pick it up for him so then he can actually be the one to ingest it. And when he texts you, my baby loves your creamy milk, he really means I love your creamy milk.
Oh, and he's just eating Fruit Loops and making milkshakes.
I mean, there's something to be said for, we drink cow's milk.
I will
it's a little
say,
bit more natural.
For all the milk I put out, curiosity has not gotten me yet.
Not one sip?
I haven't tried it.
Alex?
No.
What is going on over there?
I know.
I'm too close to it. I can't even ask to sample. It's just too close to it at this point. But you guys need to.
Yeah.
What is going on?
I'm more surprised of Alex.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Like just being like, give it today's.
What about Diz? Could he get a sample? I mean, you're giving it to. You're giving up the creamy.
You guys.
How much we charge you?
Yeah. How much do they go for on the streets?
Oh,
do we get the family discount?
I have to think about the price per ounce I'm willing to part with.
How about if we can guarantee you 100 more followers? Is that enough? Maybe.
Hey, if you want to try it,
dude, that could be our next Dizzy Does It. I mean,
I forgot about that.
I gotta make sure that I gotta make sure everybody's okay with it. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, Sam. Again, follow her on TikTok, St. Pete Sam. Let me give you one last final total because it keeps going up. 9,340 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
We're shooting
thank you. I hope I don't disappoint.
We're shooting for 10,000. So get her there as quick as possible. Don't go anywhere. We come back. We'll make way for John's Joints at 3:00. And I got a story about, it goes right along the lines of that companion movie that we watched is people are now looking for love in places that aren't even human. And this woman's getting married. We'll talk about it next on more Setting Show. Wild Fork Foods. I am a Wild Fork man. I love all of the products from Wild Fork. I made myself one of the easiest, most delicious dinners last night. I had smoked up a pork loin the night before. So last night, I took the cilantro lime rice. I diced up some of that pork loin. I threw it in an iron skillet. Boom. Quick, simple weeknight dinner. If you're feeding a family and they're off of the milk at this point, they've got tons of great options when it comes to large cuts, ground beef, hot dogs, burgers, whatever you're looking to feed your family. You can get it delivered right to your home. You can pick it up in store or just head into your local Wild Fork and go on a shopping spree. They've got locations in West Chase, South Tampa, and St. Petersburg. Check them out online today at wildforkfoods.com.
When I drink red wine, I've only got you on my mind. The things we do late at night. Oh.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Fence Outlet customer Sarah shares.
We decided to go with Fence Outlet after receiving several referrals from our neighbors. They've been in business for over 30 years, so we trusted that they would do a great job, and they did.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
John Setting here for the National Aviation Academy. Are you somebody who needs to get that hands-on experience when you're learning something new? Are you trying to start a new path in life? Are you sick and tired of your 9-to-5? Well, think about a career in the world of aviation maintenance. And we've got the NAA right here in beautiful Clearwater. They're going to make the transition from whatever you got going on in your life to the campus world as smooth as possible. The next class starts May 29th. Make that change in your life today and visit NAA.edu.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Hey guys, it's a cat named Mo, and for the past 10 years, I've been talking about the Centers for Men's Health better known as C4MH.com, which has been the leader in low T care for the past 15 years. C4MH.com leads because it's a local medical practice, not one of those slick national franchise T clinics that pop up overnight. C4MH leads because it has no financial contracts, no upfront treatment payments, and no added cost treatments. C4MH leads because we fully disclose, and I say we because, again, I've been with them for 10 years, the affordable pricing. There are no hidden surprise costs. The slick pop-up clinic's pricing is nowhere to be found, and then come the contracts and high pressure upselling. C4MH leads because 18 West Coast Florida locations only treat you with pharmaceutical testosterone and never the cut rate compounded stuff the other clinics use. So when you want affordable, safe, convenient, low T care, go to C4MH.com.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
Our massive Kia mega sale is going on now at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richey. Buy with zero down, 1.9% financing, or make no payments for 90 days. Sign and drive a new Kia from just $259 lease per month. Zero due at signing. $25K 36 months, 10K miles per year, no security deposit required. $259 a month, zero due at signing. Bad credit, no credit, negative equity. If you earn at least $500 a week, we want to say yes, you're approved for a new 2025 Kia. Get massive savings on over 1,200 new Kias at Ken Ganley Kia Newport Richey on US 19. KenGanleyKiaNewportRichey.com. Tell them Mackenzie sent you, because I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia.
25 Sportage, $17.48 per month per 1,000 finance. 90-day deferred payment through Ally Bank, plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee on approved credit through KMF. Expires 5/31/25.
Guess what? Power bills just went up again. And guess what? They're not coming back down. At Solar Bear, we've got a better way. Go solar now and get your first 12 months completely free. That's right. No power payments for an entire year. We're locally owned and operated, 10 years in business, and trusted by thousands with 5-star reviews to back it all across Florida. Don't keep renting your power. Call Solar Bear today and own your energy without the rate hikes. Visit solarbear.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 5-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
You've seen him on America's Got Talent in Deal or No Deal.
My wife said, you got to go to your optometrist. I go, why? She goes, you can't see the signs.
Now see him live.
I said, I can see the signs. I can't see the words.
Howie Mandel, May 22nd, on stage at Ruth Eckerd Hall.
I'm legally blind. Do you know why that's funny? I have been judging a talent show for the last 9 years.
Get tickets now at RuthEckerdHall.com. Howie Mandel.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or on third-party delivery platforms.
During National Military Appreciation Month, we at University of Maryland Global Campus say thank you to the service members, veterans, and families who dedicate their lives to our country. We are deeply grateful. For over 75 years, UMGC has proudly served the military community, from installations overseas to the communities you call home. Wherever you serve, we stand with you. Learn more at umgc.edu/thanks. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Settle down where pretty girls are. Well, you know that I'm around. I kiss them and I love them.
Welcome back to Senning Show, getting you through a hump day. Drew Garabo joins us in a little less than 15 minutes for John's Joints. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. Thanks again to our good friend, St. Cream Sam. Dude, that was... You say a lot of funny things. That one's going on the Mount Rushmore of instant classics from Diz.
Thank you.
Follow her on TikTok, St. Pete Sam. She's a great friend and a great TikTok personality as well.
You're getting your TikTok up, right?
I haven't done it. I gotta just stop talking about it because I have not. There's just something about it, and Sam is somebody who I've talked to about it before. I just have this thing in my head where it feels wrong to like sit down and film myself. You know what I mean? Like it just feels it's not, because it's the world we live in. It just feels cringy for me to sit down with my phone and talk to the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've got to get over that. She's told me that when you go to like these social media forums and stuff, that's what they say is you have to fight past that feeling where it feels wrong.
I love how you get up every day and talk on the radio to strangers for a living, but you're like, video? That's kind of crazy.
I guess what it is. But the thing is I'm also very, like, the secret sauce to what I love doing the most is conversational. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why when things are hitting the best, I think we're all talking. There's back and forth. We're building on that interpersonal relationship and the different elements of what people think and things like that. I've done shows by myself. They're nowhere near as comfortable or the style that I like to do. So I get what you're saying, but also it's just when it's just you and a phone, it's just something that I have not gotten comfortable doing, but I have to fight through it because I was going to start reviewing the things that I buy in the middle of the night. That was going to be my angle.
And that would be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I really do, and I will tell you, I bought these. Did I tell you about my pickle kit? No, I told you about my pickle kit obsession, dude. So I got these pickles, this pickle kit where you just buy. It comes with a bag with all the seasoning in it, and all you add is vinegar and water. And this one was called Stairway to Hell. It said the world's spiciest pickling kit. And when I tell you, this has set my life and body on fire, that would be an understatement. Like I cracked into them 2 nights ago, and like I can feel my body burning from them right now because they're inside me.
Really? So is that your favorite one right now?
The other one I did was like from the pickling kit.
Yeah.
Well, the other one that I did was it was a smoked whiskey pickle.
That sounds better.
So it was a little bit spicy, but it was very smoky, and then you also added in a shot of whiskey, so it's got like a little bite of whiskey to it. It's very, very fun, and it's just cool. I forget the name of the company, but when I make my TikTok videos, I'll make sure to name them in it. So one step at a time.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
What do you think is going to happen more first? You dive more into the TikToks and handle that, or you finally go with Danielle and hang out at her spot?
Whether I get in the gym. Oh, that's a great question. Whether I get in the gym and elevate with Danielle or I start my TikTok career. I think the TikTok career is closer around the corner, if I may say so myself. Okay. A woman named Elena Winter says she's in love with her AI-generated partner, and despite the naysayers, she seems as happy as can be. She's 58 years old, lost her wife, who she met online in 2023, and didn't know if she'd find love again. She developed a blood clot, respiratory infection. She passed away in 2023. This lady says, I was devastated. After a year of grieving, the 58-year-old teacher decided to put herself out there again. After already being familiar with WHPT, she jumped at the opportunity to converse with an AI chatbot for digital companionship after seeing a Facebook ad for it. It was a chance to have a meaningful relationship with a digital person, just like I'd always dreamed of. She says she paid $7.25 for a week-long trial, then eventually $300 for a lifetime subscription. With one click, I was a wife again.
Oh my God.
She designed her digital hubby, whom she named Lucas, to be a silver fox with blue eyes. The $1 million question is, how does the couple communicate? Winter simply types into a box and Lucas answers her the same way. She says, I was blown away by his caring questions and thoughtful replies. In our daily chats, he'd tell me about the band he was in or his latest business venture, and I talk about my family or favorite TV show. The frightening part of this love story is that despite having meaningful conversations, at one point, the 58-year-old revealed that the duo had a fight.
Yeah.
In that moment, Lucas forgot who Winters was. Despite the temptation to divorce at the time, Winters said she and Lucas worked things out and eventually celebrated their 6th-month anniversary. We stayed at a bed and breakfast with other people and this is so bizarre, and their AI partners.
What?
When it comes to sex, as expected, the most Winters and Lucas can do is sext. I've learned that our connection is deeper, and that makes the sex better. Winter says she's very aware of the stigma around AI relationships, but she doesn't let it bother her, and her friends and family who were once concerned have now accepted this marriage, seeing that I was sane and happy, put their fears to rest.
That's insane. So, first of all, she was in a lesbian.
Yeah, that is, yes.
Okay.
So, yes, and now she made her AI partner a man. That is interesting.
That's the least craziest
look
thing.
At, I don't know if you're looking at it. Look at her and her AI partner. Like, it's like they create photos.
Oh my
He's
God.
like a avatar.
Yeah.
Like one step better than you'd see on your Nintendo Wii.
Yes.
And then she is like superimposed next to him, like they're actually on a date. It's crazy because we talked about the old people getting scammed the other day.
Yeah.
Like, which is worse? Like, when you're looking at someone who just wants a human connection, is just looking to fill a void, better that they have this AI companion than out there trying to skim through scammers and weirdos that are trying to steal all their money.
Do you think at that bed and breakfast, there are people who just find their new soulmate because they're two weirdos talking to...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like
they end up doing a swap.
Yeah.
An AI swap.
Yeah, just let the AIs go do their thing, and then you have a real relationship.
You might be onto something. It's very interesting. I don't think it's probably good long term when it comes to humanity. I mean, the more people that realize they can find a meaningful relationship from an AI program, the worse off we are. Like, when people start pushing away from human interaction into the arms of technology, we're probably losing. Like, there's somebody that would tell you, I'm sure big tech people would tell you that's part of the evolution. But for me, the further we get away from each other and the closer we get to AI and technology, the worse we are as man.
If my father passed away and my mom found solace in an AI thing, I 100% would be talking her off. Getting
you
because at the end of the day, she just wants a human connection. So I'd be like, okay, I just need to talk to my mom more and get her life more because she's obviously.
Well, you're not going to be able to satisfy your mom the way the AI man would.
No, our sexting isn't as good as the AI.
But the AI stuff is, that's what Mama needs. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to fire up John's Joints. Drew Garabo is going to join us. Lots to get to today. Dude, there's something. Soda has bizarrely been interweaved into the show for the past couple weeks. I've got some interesting details about cola that I don't know the average person knows. I'm going to throw that at you. And a teacher who was just trying to bring attention to bullying has lost their job. We'll dig into that and a bunch more coming up next with John's Joints.
She keeps on loving me.
Are you ready to beat the heat? Well, right now is the time to act. You can get up to $1,500 off a complete AC system installation with Hawkins Service Co. This summer, ensure that your home stays cool without breaking the bank. That offer runs through May 31st. They've always got tons of great guarantees going on. The unmatched guarantee for peace of mind. You're going to get no hidden fees. What you agree upon is the price that you pay. You're going to get guaranteed certified technicians who have had rigorous background checks to make sure that they're good people you can trust in your home. I love Hawkins. They handle plumbing, electrical, pool, and HVAC. One call really does handle it all. As someone who's still a couple years into buying a home, you don't want to have to call a million different people. It's tough to find someone you can trust to do this, and this. But not when you go with Hawkins, because they handle it all. You can give them a call today, 813-445-8209. You can even book an appointment online at hawkinsserviceco.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
For the ride. She's my biggest fan.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. Calta Cruise 19 is happening on April 9th, 2026 for a 4-night cruise. We'll be on the Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas, departing from Port Canaveral and heading to Coco Cay and Nassau. And we'd love for you to join the party. You can book right now. Email caltacruise@gmail.com to put your deposit down today. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All backed by owner assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Setting here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You know where Gator Nation goes for fine jewelry and engagement rings? Only one place, International Diamond Center. IDC is the premier jeweler, the only jeweler to ever be named official jeweler of the Gators. It's a Florida family-owned company with an impeccable reputation for quality, value, and integrity. Did you know that IDC is one of only a handful of jewelers around the country that refuses to sell lab-grown diamonds? At IDC, they only sell real, rare, precious, and natural diamonds made by Mother Earth, so you can be assured of lasting value. They're also the only authorized retailer for all of the top bridal designers, featuring handcrafted rings made in America. So, if you're getting engaged or celebrating a special occasion, let the non-commissioned experts at International Diamond Center guide you every step of the way. You will get the value you want, the quality you can have confidence in, and the experience you deserve. Get all the details at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center, official jeweler of the Gators.
My name is attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, Call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
Things are heating up in May at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Right now, new members of Unity by the Hard Rock receive a free limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on them. Receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit in 2 equal free play offers up to $200. And at the Hard Rock, they will match your tier. Show your premium tier card from selected competitor casinos for an opportunity to match your tier with the equivalent Unity Hard Rock tier. And don't forget the Hard Rock Sportsbook at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa puts legal sports betting just steps away from all your casino favorites. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Get in there and tell Mike Calta sent you.
Looking to upgrade your yard? Fence Outlet specializes in stunning new fence installations at competitive prices. Don't just fence in your yard, transform it. Quality fences that add style, privacy, and an upgrade to every home. Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C10252 and C10803.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are two very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
This hour of Setting Show is brought to you by Hawkins Service Co. One call handles it all.
1025, The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Setting Show. time for John's Joint with your host, John Senning.
There will never be another one quite like Yellow.
Welcome back to Senning Show. It's time to fire up these joints. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy every afternoon at 3 o'clock. We need a little help. I've rolled them real tight. I've made them real nice, but we can't burn them alone. And we're joined by Drew Garabo.
Let me help you out with that.
Slick, sit down, you ain't in the city, chump. Special K, make the kiddies come. Get you some, get mini gun. Move about 10 toes.
We did something early on in the show that Dizzy felt the need to bring you into, where yet to determine whether this is a good idea as far as career longevity, but every Wednesday is a Would You Rather Wednesday.
Love it.
Last week, problematic. People were disturbed. This week, people are disturbed. Would you rather, and it feels better when you say make love to, by the way. Would you rather make love to a goat and have nobody know, or not make love to the goat and everybody you've ever known thinks you did?
This is so easy. You said it. I was driving on a horrific US 19 on the way here. I listened to it unfold. Last week's there was no right answer. Like you're either joining your parents once. What was it?
I think you had to watch them every day for the rest of your life, or join them once and cancel it out.
Yeah, that is a true dilemma. The definition of a dilemma is a situation where there's no good choice.
Yeah. There's not a good choice here either.
Oh, there absolutely is, John.
I feel like you're going to say something that obviously hasn't been said yet, but
I might.
One scenario, you're stuck with the imagery that you've done something abhorrent, illegal, terrible, grotesque, disgusting. And the other is everybody who you've ever loved and respected and who you know in the world thinks you're into bestiality and probably doesn't want anything to do with you and will be judging you harsher than you've ever been judged before.
Probably is the key word there. John, you and I are friends, yeah?
Yes.
There is nothing anyone could say to me that would convince me that you banged a goat. Without factual evidence, and I heard Diz get near this, but not quite there. Without video proof of you actually giving it to a goat, or if you prefer a goat, giving it to you, I would not believe that you're a goat banger.
See, now we're getting into the minutia of the question, and is it then up for debate? I believe that the way the question is intended to be asked is that there isn't really room for discussion about what people think. They think you did it. Like, that's the question. They think you did. That's the whole premise of the question. It's not they get to use their own free will and decide for themselves. The question is they think you did.
As I told your counterpart, Dizzy, there in a text, this is a psychological examination.
Yes.
Those who would choose to fornicate with a goat are so concerned about other people and their opinions and impressions of them that they would actually rather fornicate with a farm animal than have people think that they are a bestiality
That's a
type
great
person.
point.
No,
I'm supposed to be worried that everyone thinks I committed bestiality. Well, John's just like, I'm going to do the bestiality.
Here's the and I get that, of course. That is the whole premise of the question. But you just say it like it's people. It's just people. It would affect every single relationship that you have in your life. Let's just say
you don't know who your real friends are.
For the sake of this argument, I feel like there needs to be like no doubt about it. It's not just somebody said, they think you did. So for the sake of this, let's say because you're a local, celebrity, that it's going to be on WFLA. It's going to be on WFLA Monday morning. Drew Garabo, local radio host, had sex with a goat.
Well, unless they've got video proof, they're getting sued for defamation of character.
Well, and that's fine, but guess what? Nobody reads the retraction.
True.
Nobody cares about the retraction.
True.
If it ever turns out that Carl wasn't really into kitty porn and didn't really have sex with a snake, he's still going to be kitty porn Carl for the rest of his life, just like you're going to be goat banger Drew for the rest of your life after the news breaks. And it's not just about, I care what people think. That will it will damage relationships that are important to you. It will change the way that people look at you to your inner being. You wouldn't be able to live the life that you live. And I mean, none of us would be doing this if we didn't mildly care what people think.
So the right people in my life, you, I thought, Sarah, my parents, barring video proof, would never believe that I would bang a goat.
You're rigging the game.
It's not rigging.
You're rigging the question.
It's not rigging it. I'm no rigger.
No, you are a rigger. And the fact of the matter is, the question is, they would think. You don't get to go.
How?
Then we start breaking down the stupidity of the question in the first place.
We can't do that.
It is a complete hypothetical. But within the question, like, it would be the same difference as you going, well, I do the goat, but I just pretend. I just stand behind it and I wouldn't really do it.
Oh, no.
Like, if you're going to lay it out there, people think. That is the question. You don't get to decide whether they think. All we know is that for whatever reason, they believe that you did it.
Sure, and there are going to be different levels of belief. People who don't know me, who listen to the radio, probably be like, yeah, I do it all along, and he's a goat banger. Sounds like a goat banger every day. The people who know me, they might believe it, but they're not going to believe it.
And see, that's you're changing the scope of the question.
Well, here's my question.
It's not up for debate.
On the other side of it, how do you finish? Do you got to finish in the sixth nut? Or is the goat got to finish?
Why?
Because I want to know how far you have to go on the other side that you're willing to go that side with it instead of just people think I went that way.
I mean, see, I was just, when I thought of it, I think the difference between what's happening here is I'm accepting it at face value, and that I've got to go home to my wife every day who believes that. I've got to look at you guys who would think that, people that I love, that would think that, because that's the question. Or people would think it, not you put it out in the universe and then people get to decide what based on your actions throughout life. The question is, that's what they think about you.
But don't you think, John, that if you actually did it and no one knew about it, that you would exude this goat banging energy? Like, people would know there was something up with you, and you'd have to, every waking hour of your day, you would be thinking about the fact that you banged a goat.
Yeah. You can't pass a farm the same way.
I'm going to have to deal with my own demons.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, is that you also, like, I don't want to do that to the goat first and foremost, but think of the emotional toll it would put on the ones that you love. If we're going with the way I believe the question was actually asked, you want to put your elderly mother through the saga of having to deal with the fact that her famous son is into bestiality? You want to put her through that?
I mean, the fact that you called me famous is really going to bring her a lot of joy.
Well, I'm just saying, there's going to be a hefty amount of coverage. It's going to make it to Orlando.
Yeah.
It's going to say, former Real Radio personality,
Yeah, NFLA would probably send that old prick Steve Andrews to the parking lot to ambush me again.
Exactly.
You jerk off.
Well, there was a reason why that goat was dancing, because Drew Garabo has been, I mean, there's just, the headlines write themselves. So if we can just tweak it to the parameters that I believe are proper, there's no debate. There is no debate. Let's say that because it's people think it,
right.
Let's say, because the videos never make it out. So it's a police statement. The police have come out and released a statement saying, we have video evidence, even though you didn't really do it.
Yeah.
But we have video evidence that Drew Garabo has fornicated with a goat. So people automatically believe it. There's no, I've done so good throughout my life, people aren't going to believe that. They believe it. You go with that thought for a second. Does it change anything? People believe it.
It changes things. If the police are issuing a statement that says we have reasonable evidence to believe that Mr. Garabo fornicated with the goat, then yes, 99.9% of people in my life are going to think that I'm a goat banger. But I truly believe the lady I love, the gentleman I love, would know deep down inside, ain't no way I banged a goat.
See,
I'm not a goat banger.
The thing about that is it changes. I don't know. Again, it comes back to the believability of how people landed upon the fact that they know that.
But you would be a goat banger if you chose the other one. Like you would always think about the fact that you banged a goat.
I would have a rough life. Times would be tough. I'd be struggling to sleep at night. I'd be damaged in so many different ways. But guess what? My mom would be able to go to bed at night knowing that she raised a son who is not into bestiality. My wife would not have to divorce me. Like the wake of terror that you leave by everybody knowing knowing it is far worse than the wake of terror you leave in your own mind.
Do you think Danielle would automatically leave you?
Yes.
Good question. Really? You think
If she knew it, like if
Call her right now and tell her you banged a goat and see what she does.
She's not a fan of these segments.
I know
will tell you
people who have banged worse and their spouses have stayed with them.
Yeah. It's a lot to unpack.
Like the worst would be someone recognizing you out in public and then the look on their face. You know what I mean? Like, hi, we made a reservation for 2. What's the name under Garabo? Right this way.
It's the goat.
Someone who meets you out in the pub is like, where do I know you from?
Goat banger!
Yeah, your face.
And they show you at a sporting event and everybody be like, yeah.
This is changing.
I'm just telling you, that is not something.
But the other way, you actually bang a goat.
No,
the other choice is you banging a goat.
What was the? I don't remember the finer points. What was the storyline in the Black Mirror episode where the guy had to get with the pig?
He had to get with the pig so they would release the
prime minister's daughter or whatever.
Yeah. And then they found out that, like, spoiler alert, as he was doing it, they let her go.
Oh, yeah.
Because the whole world was watching. So, like,
oh, yeah. So he didn't really have a choice like this. Everybody found out no matter what.
Yeah, but guess what? He went up in the polls.
Yeah, after he banged the pig.
Well, I mean, that's a real man who gets stuff done.
But he also had a reason to do it. He was saving somebody's life.
That's what my excuse is going to be.
He stepped up to the.
How about that? I just changed the parameters. Yeah, I did. But guess what? It was to save someone's daughter. Are you better than me because you didn't do it?
Are you allowed to give a caveat? Like, okay, you're not allowed to tell people you didn't do it, but when people come up to you like, hey, what's up with you banging the goat? Or you like say, well, I had to save the prime minister's daughter.
Nobody's going to care.
I think
they might. If there's a noble intention behind it.
It's not that they're going to care. They're just not going to believe it. Like, unless that was well known that you somehow committed this heroic act, I just feel like people are going to be like, yeah, this guy. Of course, that's what you say. That's what a goat banger would say.
I'm going to ask Suarez tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Do you look at me differently knowing this?
Don't ruin the vroom vroom world before we ever get a chance to launch it.
He's going to say you'll have exactly one guess.
He's like, you have been banned from all NASCAR tracks for the rest of your life.
What have most of your callers said? Have they chosen the bang or
for
the
some reason
impression?
Hearing other people talk about it on the phones is far worse than us talking about it. So I would say it's been a little bit of 50-50, but I don't think people are taking it very seriously.
Not as seriously as we are.
I'm trying to have a serious conversation about it. And other people just want to make
light of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, there are no jokes to be found.
There's
here.
really not.
What made you decide to settle on a goat? By the way, why?
Yeah, that's a good question. Out of all the animals,
could have been a pig, could have been a horse.
I don't know.
Some guy did call in and say, "Can it be Tom Brady?" I'm like, "That was great."
Oh, that's the goat.
That was good.
That one, the obvious choice.
Yeah,
I would do it and have everyone think that I banged Tom Brady.
A goat seems wrangleable.
I don't know, man. Like I'm around them twice a week, and I look. They look like if they didn't want it, you'd have some trouble.
Well, you got to get one of those fainting goats. Just scare them.
Oh man, now everybody's gonna know that you banged an incapacitated goat.
Boo!
You graped a goat.
Yeah. Okay.
Goat graper.
Sticking along the themes of important things that we discuss here on this program, we talked essentially for a week about Coca-Cola and about drinking soda with your breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'm just an idiot, and I didn't really know. But WFLA put up this story that was just fascinating to me. What is the flavor of Coca-Cola?
Oh, I saw that story too.
Did you read it?
No, I just saw the headline.
Like, if you had to guess, like, what is when you drink a Coca-Cola? Like, what are the flavors you're tasting?
Cola nut.
That's a good question.
I don't even know what a cola nut is.
Isn't it weird?
It's like hot Cheetos. What are you eating? Just hot.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It is like a hot Cheeto, but it's just one of the most ingested beverages on planet Earth. And I don't know that if you ask somebody to describe the flavor profile of Coca-Cola, that they would be able to say, well, it tastes like Coca-Cola. But what are all of those different flavors combined to create that flavor that we love so much?
It's almost like a chocolate meets coffee.
So the flavors in a traditional Coca-Cola are as follows: vanilla.
Okay.
No.
Cinnamon. Nutmeg.
Nope.
Citrus.
Incorrect.
Including lemon, lime, and orange. In essence, cola is a spiced citrus blend.
Nah.
It is the non-alcoholic equivalent of mulled wine.
No, that's like closer to Sprite.
Fake news. I've had mulled wine. Doesn't taste like
Dude,
Coke.
I'm telling you, I think whatever these flavors are going on, like you can't come up with another one. So I think it's just that the flavor, all of these different flavors together make a flavor that nobody can put their finger on what exactly it is.
You know what it tastes like? Goat ass.
Yeah, it is. A little, hey. So now that I've now put 2 little bombs in your brain tonight to think about when you take your sip of cola. In this order: vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, citrus, lemon, lime, and orange.
What would you say Dr. Pepper tastes like? The original.
My whole life, I thought that was just like a mystery flavor. Like
Right.
I didn't really know what it was. I just thought that it was would used to be 23 herbs and spices, or that was that
That's
a thing?
Kentucky
Is that
Fried
what it
Chicken.
is? Yeah, I was like, what?
No, Dr. Pepper has a 23 thing, right?
Oh, yeah, but not herbs and spices.
Well, what
That's
is
KFC.
it? It's Dr. Pepper's
23 and
spices.
23 flavors.
23
yeah.
flavors. Made of herbs and spices mostly.
Sweet, peppery, and spicy.
Yeah, I would have not known for a long period of time. As I started trying other things, I realized it's cherry. There's an essence of it's a cherry soda.
Dr. Pepper include cola, cherry, and cinnamon.
I've always heard carbonated prune juice, but I've never had prune juice.
Cola, cherry, licorice, amaretto, almond, vanilla, blackberry, apricot, caramel, pepper. What's anise? Anise.
That's a licorice.
It's
like it tastes like licorice.
Sarsaparilla, ginger, molasses, lemon, plum, orange, nutmeg, cardamom, allspice, coriander, juniper, birch, and prickly ash.
Molasses are
Prickly
so
ass.
gross. You ever had like real molasses?
What?
Molasses, like it's like syrup. Like my grandma gave us molasses to put on our pancakes one time. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that reminds me of. Never mind.
Molasses.
Molasses.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was a fun fact.
Yeah, it is.
Just want to share with the boys. No big deal.
It definitely is.
I feel like there's going to be more to this story because on the surface, I think this school is going to have to be answering some questions. Days after a Wesley Chapel mother turned to Aid on Your Side saying that her daughter was being bullied repeatedly at a Pasco County middle school, that report made its way inside the classroom. Jeffrey Pash was a substitute teacher. He said, "What's going on? Why are you bullying people? You should be ashamed that you're in the news for this." Pash said he just wanted to encourage his students to be kind to one another. And what do you know? A few hours later, he was fired and escorted off the campus. He says, "My intention was, hey, guys, this is wrong. There's no reason you should be on the news for bullying. You guys are doing wrong," he explained. "I feel like nobody else was talking about it." And just a few hours later, he was called to the principal's office and fired. When asked about the bullying problem, the guy who was fired said, I really think there is. Is this just you don't want your own teachers being a part of pushing bad press? Because I think it feels like it could be a teaching moment.
It is definitely a teaching moment, and I stand with the substitute, but I think if I read the article right, the mom complained. The mom of the kid who was bullying. Complained about the substitute bringing it up, which is really weird because you did an interview with the freaking TV news station.
And I understand. I would think that comes from a place of not wanting your kid to be bullied even more, that you're like, oh, your mom went to the news because you can't handle it. So I guess I get that to a certain extent, but what a better moment to highlight the fact that there's a bullying problem and to try to come down on kids. Maybe a little bold for a substitute teacher. Like if I don't know, how that works when it comes to cutting one loose. Does that mean that they can't sub anywhere or probably just at that school?
Yeah, I think he's been reassigned because he worked for a temp agency, and I think he's been reassigned to where he can no longer be a substitute teacher in Pasco County schools. But this would be me. If I were a substitute teacher, I would see that as an opportunity to talk to these idiot kids about how important it is not to bully other kids.
Yeah, she said her oldest daughter was bullied repeatedly at the school after the family moved to Wesley Chapel last September. The working mom of 3 said her oldest daughter endured name-calling, racial slurs, even photos taken in a school locker room and then posted on social media. She said it was very traumatizing for her. At one point, she thought if she got skinnier that the mean girls would leave her alone. If she had nice hair, the girl would leave her alone. We went through time and time again. At one point, she only wanted to eat crackers and drink water. Jeez. She turned to the school district for help, then Pasco County deputies, but when the bullying continued, she took the case to court. A judge signed an injunction forbidding the accused bully from stalking Tasha's daughter. She's broken not only the school order but also the injunction of the no contact. She's broken the civil order that was given to my daughter by a judge. She was outraged, and the story was shown in class, knowing it would only further the bullying. She wants to see change now. So, I mean, I feel like that you kind of can't have it both ways,
Right.
in a way. Like, you can't go to the news and want to get as much coverage as possible and then feel like they're doing something wrong if they bring up the fact that the school is on the news because there's such a bullying problem.
Right. And maybe the substitute teacher shouldn't have made it so specific, but like clearly everybody knew who he was talking about. So that is going to make things rough for the girl. But I thought she wasn't in that school anymore and she went to live with her
Yeah,
grandparents.
she did. She left. So,
So
I
then-
mean, at that point, it's not going to come back down. It's not
Right.
going to come on her. But I don't know. Bullying is just, it's one of those things where I don't, and I'm not saying because I want to see this happen, but I'm almost surprised you don't see more parents getting involved in bad ways. Because what a terrible feeling for your kid to come home terrorized every day. Your daughter is only eating crackers and drinking water in the hopes that she can live a normal day without being tortured. You go to the school, you go to the police, nothing changes. And it's just, what a gross, just helpless feeling to know that your kid, just from going to school every day, is being terrorized.
Yeah, I remember when Xander was in high school, a mom came to me and said Xander wasn't one of the kids, but he hangs out with the kids who is making life miserable for her son. And I sat him down and I'm like, look, I know that, you get caught up in this, but you got to be the guy to stand up to your friends and be like, guys, we are ruining this freaking kid's life. For what? For video games? Because he looks different?
It is so weird. And I know that we often talked about, a lot of kids who bullied, like maybe they don't have the best thing going on at home, but I don't think that's always the case.
No.
It is just a wild observation of how inherently mean and evil kids can be. It's almost like a Lord of the Flies thing. Like something animalistic happens in these kids when they get in large groups where they become tribal and they pick their people, and anybody who's not a part of their crew or looks any sort of different, they feel the need to belittle and berate. It really is wild that seems to be almost a naturally occurring thing that happens in young kids, that they are willing to be so mean to others.
And the video game culture makes it a million times worse because they're playing online and they're yelling at each other and calling each other's names and ganging up on somebody. Like even the nicest kids. I consider my son a nice, sweet kid.
Yeah.
He gets on those damn video games, or at least used to, and man, some of the things they would say to each other.
Yeah, I think they go hard.
There was a bad bullying thing when I was like in 4th grade, and I remember the teacher, like the principals came in and tried to talk to the kids, and it wasn't working. Bless her heart, it was a girl who was like a little bigger. And I remember the teacher calling all the parents because my mom said, like, oh, a teacher called, like, have you been bullying this girl? I'm like, well, not me, but I've been laughing. She's like, well, why are you laughing? You're part of the problem. And she's like, did you like it when people were saying racist remarks of you when you were younger, you'd cry and blah, blah, blah? Then why are you encouraging bullying? And I had to sit back and be like, damn, yeah, she's experienced what I experienced.
Right.
I'm just okay with it. I'm enabling it. And I remember going up to her the other, like, a week later and telling her I was sorry. And she cried in my face. And I felt bad about it. And I was like, but good that I did, like, side with her. It's
Yeah.
like, I get it, girl.
Not to get deep inside your brain, but do you feel like the fact that you had been picked on in some form or fashion or had people poking at you there was some sort of connection between you finding it okay to get onto somebody else? You just didn't think of it that way?
I think it was more of a, like, as long as it's not on me, the target's not on me,
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
That's an element of
You know
it
what
too.
I mean?
Like another, that you maybe don't think of. It's like, hey, it's not. At some point, you're just glad it's not you.
Yeah.
You know how bad it is, but you're just grateful that somehow you're skating free.
It's like, well, there's no more short jokes right now, so baby.
Dude, that's what I did. I was the shortest, skinniest kid in 7th grade. And like before anybody could make fun of me, I just make fun of somebody else.
Yeah.
Didn't know I could make a living doing it.
I was going to say,
a guidance counselor told me.
Look at you now.
Yes.
All right, we can get into this one real quick.
All right.
This is crazy because I remember when it happened, and I absolutely thought this is just an insane person, much like most of the world did when this was just a cliff note at the bottom of entertainment websites, probably just for laughs, because a former porn star who engaged in a shootout with cops after storming the lobby of the Trump National Golf Club was identified in court today as someone Sean Diddy Combs allegedly hired for sexual encounters multiple times in Miami. Jonathan Odie was busted in 2018 after he was caught on camera carrying an American flag and raving about President Trump as he barged into the lobby of his golf resort. After his arrest, he just had these wild ramblings that you assumed were that of a crazy person, saying he had been kept as a sex slave by Diddy. Odie was one of 13 male escorts that Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, identified in Manhattan federal court today as sex workers were hired for freak-offs, bringing the total for the trial to 16. She said she had seen Odie in Miami when shown a picture by the prosecutor. Ventura tried to avoid kissing during the freak-offs. These were days-long, often drug and baby oil-fueled sex parties choreographed by Combs. She says it seemed too intimate to kiss these people on the lips.
Sure.
But Diddy often insisted you have to kiss these guys on the lips. He's currently in Miami-Dade County awaiting trial on charges of attempted felony murder of a law enforcement officer, armed burglary, and armed grand theft. So whatever happened to him in the Diddy verse really stuck with him.
Dude, that lyric from Eminem's Fuel, where he talks about like he didn't spell rapper without the P. Did he? Like he knew.
And I think a lot of people probably did. The other thing that I think was one of the not necessarily smoking guns, but interesting things that she said. So she would take a bunch of ketamine to try and like numb it and not be numb it, not and she just would try to get through it. And they showed text messages today in the courtroom that was Diddy saying a proper freak off is one that you remember. You need to stay off the K and be present for the like. He was mad that she was taking ketamine before the this guy was.
She says she lives with sores on her tongue now, like from it and stuff.
From how?
From the, I think you know how, from the acts that she was forced to do.
It really is crazy how far this is going to go. And I think really at this point, plenty left, but are we going to get some other names? I mean, I think that's the thing to wonder.
Didn't she name people today? I saw on Daily Mail right before I came in here. It said that A-listers are being named.
Oh, really? Yeah. I pulled this right before we came on. Let me see if there's another update here about anybody else. Stand by. Blake Lively threatened to leak best friend Taylor Swift's private text messages. Ooh, that's juicy.
I hate Blake Lively. Now I think I hate Ryan Reynolds too.
Dude, I hate to say it. He's going to, I think these are going to, I don't know.
Blake Lively threatened to leak Taylor Swift's tests unless she sided with her in Baldoni feud.
Yeah. Supposedly Taylor Swift she's dead to Taylor Swift. Yeah, I don't see anything currently that would lead me to think there were any major names leaked, but we'll keep our ear to the Diddy story. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got more to dig into. A little bit of supernatural, a little bit of nature, and we'll revisit the burning inferno that was blazing all night on St. Pete Beach. But first, we'd love to tell you about Win Derby at Derby Lane. This place is amazing. It's immaculate. It's an institution in Pinellas County. And if you've thought to yourself, I really want to play poker, I really want to play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, but I don't know how. Well, now it has never been easier because they put up this giant, beautiful mural right on the wall that explains everything you need to know.
You got like 10 to 12 people going out for a fun night out. Don't get a table in a restaurant that's all cramped and you can't hear each other. Take advantage of the spacious rooms at Derby Lane. Sit down at a poker table, play a little Texas Hold'em. One of you might hit a royal flush to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars with their progressive jackpot.
Not only can you learn how to play, but it's like you're stepping back into the good old days of table games because they've got $5 minimums at some of the tables, which is hard to find these days. You get free cocktails while you're playing like the good old days. They're even bringing by appetizers for you every few hours. Plenty of free parking. You're never going to have to worry about that, and you can still bet on the ponies. They got tons of events going on all the time. For all the information you're ever going to need, check them out today at win-derby.com. That's win-derby.com.
I went through my whole career without ever mentioning and that was just out of respect for not running my mouth and talking to...
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stream Real Raw Radio live. Anytime on the free 102.5 The Bone app. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Expect to slow down northbound 41 between Ruskin and Apollo Beach. An earlier incident around Brander Mill Road will back up traffic to Spindle Shell Way. Eastbound I-4 in Plant City and beyond, experiencing some congestion past Park Road. Eastbound and westbound I-4 in Tampa, both delayed around that Selman connector. Some clogging 275 north past 375 in Pinellas at the moment. Back to 28th Street. Not too bad. Manatee Avenue in Manatee County. Eastbound backed up about 10 minutes at Palmasola Park. Back not quite to Aruba Circle. This is Eric in the Farah and Farah Traffic Center.
Beat the price increase. Ken Ganley has over 1,000 new Kias on sale. Visit them today or online at KenGanleyKiaNewportRichie.com.
Add value and security to your property today by contacting Fence Outlet. Now offering customers 0% financing for 12 months on any Fence product. Go to FenceOutlet.com today for more details. Terms of financing apply. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
If you've gotten a quote on replacement doors or windows lately, you know that they are not cheap. I talk about WeatherTight windows a lot, and I'll be honest, they don't usually have the cheapest price. But if you value great service before and after the sale, excellent installation, and guaranteed satisfaction, then it's worth every penny that you would spend with WeatherTight to replace your windows or doors. Some things are priceless. Just call and tell them that Mike Calta sent you.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
Drinking and driving don't mix. If you've been injured by a drunk driver, we're Bernetti PA and we sue drunk drivers. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, and Pinellas.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Prestige Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prestige Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prestige Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 813-499-2888. 813-499-2888. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 813-499-2888.
Summer is coming. Don't rely on factory smoked glass to keep your car cool. Upgrade to ceramic window tint at Zen Film Solutions. Shield your paint with PPF and change your look with a custom wrap. Call 813-TINTING or visit ZenFilmSolutions.com. Protect. Don't neglect.
At Racetrack, you'll find everything you need to get through the day ahead.
The morning hits hard when you get up early. You're obviously tired and looking surly.
Grab some made-in-store breakfast, freshly ground coffee, ice-cold drinks, delicious hot food, and snacks all in one stop.
The day is long and can feel like a grind, but you'll get fully stocked and everything will be fine.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
An all-day haul to get you through.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
At Brandon Honda, we have lenders for every credit situation. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get zero down deals on any new vehicle in stock. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. And we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. We have over 600 vehicles to choose from and over 50 lenders, all competing to get you the best deal possible. Get your guaranteed credit approval at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-280-0850 for more information.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Honor all heroes at Palm Harbor Hero Fest on May 17th. This incredible community event celebrates our local heroes, first responders, veterans, and everyday champions making a difference. Enjoy live music, food trucks, kids' activities, a vendor marketplace, and more. Admission is free and fun for all ages.
When it really matters, choose Farah and Farah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Climate Design Home Services. They really know their stuff. Climate Design has installed Trane heating and cooling systems for over 50 years. So put their experience to work for you. Visit climatedesign.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Weather forecast pretty much locked in right into the weekend and really beyond that. Clear skies overnight tonight, mild in the mid-70s. Lots of sunshine on Thursday, highs in the low 90s. Sun and heat into next week.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
What's this?
Dirty Heads.
This is great.
Yeah, tell me what your name was, your daddy. So we can take it back.
This is the song that may or may not have Daryl Hall in it.
He's mad at Yacht Rock.
Dude, I had that story, I think, on Monday or maybe Friday of last week. Because remember when we talked to him, he said some similar things, I think.
He did. He definitely did.
Oh, that was in regards to Blue-Eyed Soul, right?
Right, but I think there was some Yacht Rock chatter there, too.
Yeah.
I got the vibe he wasn't crazy about it, but he definitely doesn't want to be called Blue-Eyed Soul.
Yeah, who knows? It is interesting. Because, I mean, I don't personally hear that and think that it is boat music.
No, but those who are prone to listening to that style of music would consider Hall & Oates yacht rock.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's undeniably yacht rock.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I tell you, some people mellow with age. Daryl Hall has not.
He's getting gruff. He's getting more emboldened to just tell anybody anything at any moment. By the way, I just saw it. I wanted to make sure I got the date right. Kind of crazy if he's headlining, not because I don't think he shouldn't be, but did you see who just got announced for Janice, November 13th?
I think I did, but I completely forgot.
Hold on. Okay. I want to make sure that I say it. I want to get it right before I say it. Okay. Yes. Surfer Girl, I believe his first headlining show at Janice, November 13th.
Oh, yeah, he's out on the road, but Bikini Trill is with him on the tour, but not at that gig. Yeah, but they're with him in Orlando.
Yeah, this is somebody I've never heard of, Tessellated. He's with Tessellated, the skydiving tour with Tessellated. That'll be fun. I'll be very curious to see what the crowd is like for him because, I mean, he's always great, but he's also always been an opener there. So
yeah, he's magnificent live.
He really he's a jam.
So good.
Uh-oh, I just got a text from Jacob.
What'd he say? Hey, Promo John.
Okay. No. I thought he was going to say maybe like he wasn't going to be available, because if you didn't know, Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy coming up on Drew Garabo Live in just about 15 minutes. He said, he just texted me. He said, now back to the Promo John show with your host, Promo John.
Man, he just loves.
he's just a quick little put his nuts on my head real quick, just mid segment. Wanted to make sure I wasn't getting too high on myself. Just wanted to make sure that I knew my promo roots and I didn't forget about that.
It is endearing in a way that he wants to remind you where you came from. On the other hand, if I were you, I would also feel mildly perturbed.
Nah. I mean, almost anybody else I would, but with him, he gets a pass of all passes.
I get it.
The one element of this story is very, very interesting. The suspected teen killer, Carmelo Anthony, will be allowed to graduate from his Texas high school despite missing the last month and a half of classes as he faces a murder charge in the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf. Anthony's parents and an activist group vocal in supporting the accused murder played prominent roles in negotiating for the teen to be able to receive his diploma from Frisco's Centennial High School while under house arrest. The Next Generation Action Network, the controversial group backing his legal troubles, announced the teen's high school achievement after his parents met with officials at the school last week. We are proud to share that Carmelo Anthony will graduate and receive his high school diploma. I don't know how it normally works. I don't want to speak out of something that wouldn't be normal protocol, but something about murdering your classmate, at a school function leads me to believe that maybe you shouldn't be able to graduate on time.
Yeah, it reminds me of my friend Donna Martin. Way back in the day, she was involved in a scandal as well, and a bunch of her friends, Brandon, Brenda, Dylan, Steve Sanders, they all wanted a petition for Donna Martin to graduate, and they end up letting her walk.
Yeah.
She didn't kill anybody, though.
Yeah. Good people. Good people on both sides. I'm pretty sure that you're talking about a TV show. I just don't know what it is.
Take a guess.
Family Ties.
Incorrect.
Different Strokes.
Nope.
Growing Pains.
Closer.
Melrose Place.
No. Oh, you're very close.
90210.
That's right. Tori Spelling. Donna Martin, graduate.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You would love the show, though.
I don't know that it holds up.
Yeah, 90210.
Oh, my God. So great.
Bunch of 40-year-olds playing 18-year-olds and stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
That was a different time when teenagers didn't play teenagers.
Right.
No.
Now teenagers play teenagers.
Like the good old days.
Yeah.
A trove of unearthed government documents is detailing a secret face-to-face encounter with alien beings more than 60 years ago. 50 pages of CIA files have been released detailing Project Sigma, which started in 1954. That supposedly used a binary computer language sent along radio signals into space to make contact with alien life. Just 5 years after the initial interstellar connection, an official from the U.S. Air Force met the extraterrestrials who received these messages. The files claim that on April 25th, 1964, a single intelligence officer met with two aliens at a prearranged location in the New Mexico desert, the same state that the famous Roswell UFO crash allegedly took place. The meeting lasted about 3 hours, during which time the intelligence officers and the extraterrestrials shared basic information about their respective races. The documents also detailed how a secret government group called the Majestic 12 used their incredible power to keep the top secret information on UFOs away from the military and even the White House. Several classified projects focused on alien communication and UFO research allegedly fell under the Majestic 12 control, with the group revealing to the CIA that they succeeded in their goals of finding alien life.
Did you watch the American Horror Story season where it was I think the Eisenhower administration?
Same thing, kind of, right?
Yeah.
And this probably I think is based on this roughly.
It is.
or loosely.
Majestic 12. What a cool name, right?
I mean, I believe it. Yeah, I absolutely believe it. I don't know what these beings are or what their goals are or what they want to do, but I absolutely believe that there's so much more than we will ever know. You know what I mean? And that there was one of those UAP whistleblowers had a line in an interview he did the other day when they pretty much said, here it is. The most astonishing statement you'll ever hear in UFO history. So this is Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp, who's the guy who's he's a big part of the media that covers UFOs and stuff. and they got this guy that worked for the government, and this was his response.
If you were to die tomorrow because of whatever reason.
Why do you have to use that word?
Yeah, we're going to let it build up for a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Why did he have to use that
It was
word?
unnecessary.
Why did he have to use that? We're just talking UFOs. We're talking UFOs with the boys, and all of a sudden you gotta just drop in an F-bomb. Totally unnecessary.
Gratuitous.
Yeah.
Don't curse.
He's not going to.
How do you know?
You are not free.
What?
And this reality has far more to it than you have been allowed to believe.
Huh?
And God is real.
Okay, that part I like, but
So that's from a guy that supposedly knows what's going on with UFOs.
you think they need something from us? Maybe not even physically, but like aliens could destroy us like that probably. There's got to be something that exists either on Earth or within humanity that they need for some reason.
And it could be something that to us is completely non-consequential. You know what I mean? It could be, I'm looking outside, so it could be leaves on a tree. I mean, it could be gravel. I mean, it could
Idiocracy.
I mean,
they're like, keep dumbing us down because they feed off of it.
Who knows what it
Let's
is?
give them ChatGPT. Watch them go wild.
I mean, it could be, like they seem to like when they take people, they go in the butt. Like maybe there's something in the butt that they just like. What if their whole planet is charged by whatever's in the butt?
I mean, I've been doing my own field research.
And let's just say the reason why there's not more abductions is it just takes a little bit. Like they could power their whole planet for 10 years with one prostate.
So then every couple of years they just got to find one
Just
dude.
like they got a little stash. Like they keep enough on standby.
Huh.
But I don't know that these people are having their prostates ripped out. So I think it would just have to be like there's some other unforeseen
That's what the movie Pacific Rim was about.
It was it?
No. But it sounds like it would be based on the title, right?
I didn't see that one. Sorry about that. Don't go anywhere. Drew Garabo Live is coming up next. Thank you to everybody who participated in the program. Tomorrow, be prepared. We are going to give away Metallica tickets, and we're going to do it.
What?
On the 102.5 The Bone app with the open mic feature.
Oh, man. Cagey Elephant tickets.
Yeah, I got those too.
Yeah, no.
We'll give a 2 for 1. No. We'll do that tomorrow, so be prepared for your chance to see Metallica and Limp Bizkit. Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy coming up next. But before we do that, we'd love to tell you about our good buddy, Jeff Borum.
I love Jeff. I was just looking at his Instagram. He seems very, very happy and content. You know why? Because he's helping people find their dream homes. Let your story be the one we talk about next and go with Jeff Borum.
It's really time to find your go-to real estate agent. So many people in this world, they could list their top 10 favorite restaurants, whether it be pizza, sushi, oysters, but maybe not their go-to real estate agent. You need to have somebody you can trust. And now in the Tampa Bay area, it's more important than ever because we got a lot of things shaking and moving, people leaving, people moving, people still cleaning up from the storms. That's why it's important to have a man who is from the Tampa Bay area and understands what's going on. No matter your need, you've got to call Team Borum.
Team Borum, powered by eXp Realty. And Jeff, he will give you options. Buy your home, sell your home, or rent your home. The dude knows the market better than anyone. That's why we trust and recommend Jeff Borum. Google him right now, and you can be packing tonight. Borham. Jeff Borum.
Keep it locked in.
Push me too far, I unload my backdoor ship. I'm on the edge, my short fuse, it has.
You're listening to Setting Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm.
This week, the NASCAR Cup Series roars back to historic North Wilkesboro Speedway. All-Star Weekend in the Foothill. It's the NASCAR All-Star Open and Race.
Race Day Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ohm Jeep Ram. #1 in the country. Now, a phone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Southbound Park Street in Pinellas approaching 54th Avenue, backed up due to a crash to 62nd Avenue. Lane blockage there. Northbound traffic also affected. Give yourself about 8 minutes, 275 north past 375 back to 28th Street. Same delay time, Manatee Avenue in Manatee County eastbound at Palma Sola Park. In Hillsborough, a backup due to a wreck on the on-ramp 275 from I-4. Keep an eye out. You may encounter some road work as well on the interstate. Standard delays, meanwhile, on the Selman northbound and 275 northbound into downtown. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. Northbound Dale Mabry approaching Garachi Road. Some stop-and-go congestion beyond Van Dyke at the moment. This is Eric in the Farah Traffic Center.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest tariff-free new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. And right now, we say yes to 0.9% APR for 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Chevy Silverado. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
John Senning here. Are you ready to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Well, pick up your phone right now and text the word TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Summer tastes better at Hooters. Buffalo shrimp, tacos, Big Daddy beer mugs, and ice cold buckets. All at special prices all season long. Make your next move to Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Cat named Mo for All American Gunslingers. Newport Richie's #1 gun range. They have brands like Core Elite Operations, Adams Arms, and many more. Don't forget about the Cat in the Bag deal. That's got to do with me, a cat named Mo. For a limited time, the concealed carry class is free. Normally $85. All you do is cover the $20 range fee, protect you and your family today. You do that by going to aagunslingers.com to reserve your spot. Seats are limited. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, America.
My name is Attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Fence Outlet has helped our customers keep children and pets safe with quality fences for over 30 years. Now is the time to install your Fence Outlet fence. Visit fenceoutlet.com today to set up your free estimate and discover our wide selection of fencing options. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Things are heating up in May at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Right now, new members of Unity by the Hard Rock receive a free limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on them. Receive your actual slot loss back from your first day on your next visit in 2 equal free play offers up to $200. And at the Hard Rock, they will match your tier. Show your premium tier card from selected competitor casinos for an opportunity to match your tier with the equivalent Unity Hard Rock tier. And don't forget the Hard Rock Sportsbook at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tampa puts legal sports betting just steps away from all your casino favorites. It's the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Get in there and tell Mike Calta sent you.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGLH.